Live, Mr. Woodcock. Tonight we've got the South Warren Spartans. I didn't even know their name until Tom told me earlier. But what I do know, Brad, is they're bringing in a powerhouse. They're bringing in a lot of speed. Warren County, Bowling Green are 2 hours drive away, so we can't blame them on being tired from coming over in this little short drive.
We hope they are.
But plenty of speed, and I know you've been talking to a few people, so maybe you can tell the fans what we're looking forward tonight to for the number 3 ranked team. What makes South Warren such a tough team to defend?
Well, they're tough on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. Offensively, they've got 2 extremely quick wide receiver running backs, number 1 and number 2, Caden York, number 2, and Jake Carter, wide receiver. They're going to light it up. We're going to have to be on them from the start of the game all the way to the end of the game, trying to keep the ball out of their hands as best we can. They play both ways, offense and defense. Caden York's going to be running back, and he's going to be outside linebacker for him on defense. Defensively, they got 2 defensive tackles that are as big as anybody that we've seen this year, starting with number 52, Jacquez Smith. Is a junior for them. He's 6'7", 311 pounds. Yes, 6'7", 6 foot 7 inches, Mike.
Wow, I mean, you got all the insight right here because I wouldn't know anything about sizes and weight and everything else. But you got a name like Jacquez. I mean, you already sound like you've got an NFL talent type body coming in here with this. So you mentioned that. You know, one problem we had, Brad, that last home game that we had against Corbin, that was such a good game that we won by 7 points here at home. But Corbin continuously kept beating us over the top with the deep pass. And I can see a 50 or 60 yarder going off for South Warren tonight because I think, I don't know if we suck up for the run or if we just underestimate the speed once they get on the run, but that's something Coach Burns always does a good job at halftime. But this is a team you can't afford to go in to the locker room down 2 or 3 scores and expect them to come back in the second half.
Yeah, the deep pass is definitely going to be an issue tonight. We're going to have to be watching out for it. We really want to try to funnel them into the run game because if you get Caden York and Jake Carter in space, I'm told they're electric. So if we can keep them between the tackles, I think that plays to our advantage. If we can rush the passer, and make their quarterback Camden Page, number 7, if we can make him beat us with his arm, not throw into those 2, I think we got a good shot tonight.
So we gotta really worry about number 1, number 2, and number 7.
Anytime you see number 1 or number 2 touch the ball, just hold your breath till the end of the play.
Okay, so talking about us, you know, Johnson Central was one of those games where it was a long drive over to the mountains. I don't know, 3 hours, 3.5 hours to go over to Johnson Central, get warmed up, get off the bus. Seemed like our team sort of stayed on the bus for a while because keeping track last Friday night, we were down 31-0 before we could blink an eye. And then next thing I know, it was 31-16, and then we kept fighting back, and then, you know, we just couldn't get over the hump once we got buried that big.
Well, we showed a lot of heart coming out in the second half and making the game a lot more respectable than it started out, but lots of teams, that happens to a lot of teams going over to Johnson Central. That's a tough place to play against a top 10-ish team in the state, regardless of class. One of the top 4A teams in the state, one of the favorites to win a state championship. Great program year in and year out. Things like that are going to happen when you play a schedule like what we've played this year, especially with some of the injury issues that we've had. So there's really no shame in it. It's just going to be interesting to see how we bounce back tonight and show that first half last week isn't the team that we really are.
So you've sort of got me excited right here, so you and I can focus on this broadcast tonight. I'm sort of excited about our O-line against their D-line because our O-line is pretty big itself, very athletic. I'm interested in seeing Brady Hull against Jacquez or my main man Grizz against Jacquez.
Yeah, I'd say we're going to see Grizz against Jacquez quite a bit because he plays nose tackle. That's where Grizz is going to be, right there in the interior of the line. I think that we probably think that we can probably move them. They're a little bit tall, so they're going to play a little bit higher. We can probably get some leverage on them with the offensive line that we have. And really, keeping the ball out of number 1 and number 2's hands is the key. So running the ball, managing the game, possession of the ball is really going to be a key for us if we're going to pull this thing out tonight.
You know, and you mentioned a little bit earlier, I think a big thing that hurt us over at Johnson Central was the turnover plague. So we had a couple turnovers there. One time we're driving the red zone and we fumble. I think we had an interception. So that's one of the things tonight. We can't give that talented offense more possessions than we have with the ball. So that's going to be one of the things. Can we play a clean game, and can we play this entire 48 minutes of good football?
Well, the good news is tonight we have the benefit of not having to travel 2.5 hours before the game. And that, whenever you're talking about turnovers, fumbles, things like that, sometimes that can be the cause, or that can be caused by taking such a long trip like that and just not being sharp off the bus. Don't have to worry about that tonight. Our guys are going to be locked in. Hopefully, they're going to have a little bit of issue with that coming 2 hours this way on the bus.
Yeah, absolutely. We hope they've got a little bus lag coming over here. So, but one thing we can tell the fans is it's going to be electric. We're so glad you've tuned in. Last week for the Corbin game, I think we ended up having over 2,000 viewers before Friday night was over with, and got 3,000 before the weekend was over. So I fully expect the weather is absolutely beautiful here tonight. We call this Pirate Stadium, Maroon Stadium, whatever we want to call it here. But our view up here, Brad, can't get any better up here in the booth.
No, it's a perfect night for football. If you're somewhere close, come on in. And if you're sitting at home, glad you're with us.
They probably want to see two good-looking ball-headed men to be able to call
the
this
bald-headed brotherhood here tonight. We got a significantly less amount of hair with Mr. Forster being out of town.
Yeah, so Forster, I know you're going to be listening somewhere or another, so he's traveling up to Louisville tonight, fans. He's with Jennifer Wilson. They got a HOSA convention they've got to go to, so he had a prior engagement. But, our other main man, Brad, you're not a bad second choice, I got to admit, because you filled in for me, you filled in for Brandon, so you're always there for the Maroon family, and we do appreciate that.
I appreciate you saying that, but I'm just trying to learn from you all, learning from the best.
Guys, here in just a second, we've got a special treat for you. We've got a 6th, a 7th, and an 8th grader coming over from Northern Middle School. We're going to talk a little bit about the season with them and what they look forward to once they get up here at PC High. But our talent down there, Brad, we keep developing talent down there, and I don't know what it is, but right now the North End is blessed with all kinds of talent, and we just keep, I want to say rebuilding, just keep reloading every season.
It seems like it doesn't really matter who the coach is over there. The program has been running so well for so long that they just reload, like you said, every year. Got another good group this year, and hopefully we'll see them up at the high school soon doing what they do.
Yeah, shout out to Clay Chastain, who 8th grade coach. Shout out to Ethan Holt, who helps with 6th and 7th grade.
Shout out Dylan Hughes.
Dylan Hughes, yes.
Hughes, yes.
So Jelly 2.0, so Dylan
Jelly,
Hughes.
yeah.
Jelly roll. And then we've got Mark Morgan, a great AD. So Mark does everything up there and works closely with our high school. So we do appreciate Mark Morgan as well, helping us get these players in here. Next game we come up, we'll talk about that later. 2 weeks from now, we got Johnny Hines rolling in with the South Laurel Cardinals, but we're going to focus on tonight. So here in just a few minutes, like I said, 6th, 7th, 8th graders going to come in. We're going to have a lot of fireworks. You remember back in the old days when we shot fireworks off after every touchdown?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Back in the cold drawn days, I can remember.
Even through those state championship run with Riley Hall, Hargis, and Jackson Mobley and the crew. So tonight, I'm going to tell the fans a little bit. 2 weeks from now, I'm going to get Ralph Lettner in here. And I've not asked you yet, but are you busy on Friday, October the 10th? Because Brandon Forster is on vacation with his wife.
You know what? I don't have any plans as of yet, so we might as well make them now.
Can you talk to that beautiful wife, Melissa, and ask her if you can come in and fill in again?
I'll check with her.
Okay, I need you on Friday, October the 10th. But Ralph Lettner will be in here. Ralph was one of my favorite DB safeties. That man had speed. That man could hit, so I can't wait to talk to Ralph. He's helping Coach Shopful. So tonight, fans, we also have the Little League here. So at halftime, we're going to celebrate and recognize them.
Yep, it's youth night tonight, so we get to kind of take a look at the future Maroons tonight.
Yeah, so here in a few minutes, we'll have Brinley Duggar sing the national anthem. We're going to have, actually, Casey and Brock's little sister is going to do the coin toss tonight, so that's going to be pretty cool. Dance team's going to do a little number at halftime, so we got a full show tonight. So look here at the monitors, man. They keep setting things up.
I swear, every time I come in here, it gets more high-tech.
Already. All right, fans, stay tuned. We're going to thank our sponsors. Come right back with our Northern Middle School Future Maroons.
If you're looking for your next fundraiser, school merch, custom embroidery, or screen printing, choose Magic Monograms. Magic Monograms can customize hats, blankets, backpacks, and shirts for your business, fundraiser, or next event. Contact Magic Monograms today at 606-679-3535 or visit them at 110 Creek Terrace behind Cabana in Somerset.
At Citizens National Bank of Somerset, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. For over a century, our commitment has been simple: to put our customers first every single day. With 10 convenient locations, over 20 ATMs in South Central Kentucky, and a team that knows you by name, we're here to make banking easier, friendlier, and personal. Citizens National Bank, moving forward together because your goals, your dreams, and your community are ours too.
Fraley Lawn Care, Concrete, and Landscaping. It's your one-stop shopping for all of your outdoor home care needs. Call us for sidewalks, driveways, pressure washing, edging, landscaping, and more. Be the envy of all of your neighbors. Call Fraley Lawn Care Concrete and Landscaping today at 687-7221. That's Fraley Lawn Care Concrete and Landscaping, 687-7221. Be the envy of all of your neighbors.
Okay, Maroon fans, we are back. I'm so excited here to have our future of the Pulaski County Maroons. I've got a 6th, 7th, and 8th grader here, so they're going to tell us their names and what position they play before we ask them some hard-pressing questions.
My name is Logan Sykes. I play a tight end and a strong outside linebacker.
My name's Kellen Newton. I play offensive tackle and defensive tackle.
My name's Ezekiel Swinney. I play running back and linebacker.
Okay, guys, start with some questions right here. And I appreciate you guys coming on the air tonight because I understand 2 of your teammates were a little too scared to come on the air tonight. So thank you for getting me some replacements on here. So get you guys some airtime, and you'll be on the internet for the rest of your lives. So the joke's on the other boys here. So first off, how is the season going this year? Because I know it should be wrapping up here pretty soon, but what are your thoughts on the season and potentially how far you can go?
It's gotten a little bit of a rough start, but we're just trying to work around with it and just keep it going.
8th grade season's been all right. We 4-3. Yeah, 4-3. We're gonna play again tomorrow. Hopefully, win that one. And hopefully, we get to like state championship again.
6th grade's going pretty good. We're 5-2. We have grunt. A lot of potential on the team, and we can definitely go to state and win it all.
All right, so at the high school, a couple of your coaches work with us, Coach Hughes and Coach Holt. I was just wondering if y'all had any good stories on those two, because we really like to rib them a little bit if we can. So if don't be afraid. We'll take up for you if we need to. But do you have any good jelly stories or any good Coach Holt stories?
No, not really.
Not really. Nothing. Oh.
You got
I got shy.
I don't got anything.
He says out of pocket things a lot.
Out of pocket, thanks a lot.
Out of pocket things.
Okay, guys, talking about this season right here, if you had to pick one player out there right now, and a lot of people pick Grizz as their favorite because he comes down and helps quite a bit with practice, right, after school, so he's very involved, so our man Connor Blevins. But if you guys had to pick one player that you idolize right now out on the field tonight that you're really looking forward to what they do, who would you pick that you idolize out here on the field?
Me personally, I really like to watch Cohen play on defense. So, yeah.
I'd probably have to go with Grizz here. I just like how he comes down to it with us and helps us practice.
I'm going to be completely honest. I'm going to go with Grizz, too. I love his work ethic and how great he works.
So as you guys look down the line of being future Maroons, what's something that you look forward to the most making it to high school and putting on that maroon and white?
Honestly, I guess just being up there, able to play, being with my friends, and hopefully winning the state.
I'll go ahead.
Probably playing with the rest of the linemen, getting to compete, and hopefully start.
Just being able to play underneath the lights on Friday nights.
Okay, question for you next. I asked Cal Rodner last week or 2 weeks ago, and he sort of blew my mind that his favorite team was, I think, the Kansas City Chiefs, but his favorite player was Jalen Hurts. I'm like, what? That don't even make sense. So have you guys got a favorite team in the NFL and a favorite player?
I don't really watch the NFL.
Okay.
So.
I don't have a favorite team, but I like Trent Williams on San Francisco because he's just good.
I like Philadelphia Eagles. Love Saquon and Hurts.
Here's a tough question for you. Which do you prefer, college football or the NFL?
Personally, I'm going to go with college.
College football.
College all day.
Good answers.
Well, if you're college football fans, I hate to say it, you're probably not Kentucky fans because we cry a lot and when we lose a lot. I hope it changes at some point in time. But if you're here, you're a Wildcat fan. But I'm going to say that you guys probably like a better program. What college program are you following?
I mean, Kentucky, really, but I also like to watch Alabama play a little bit.
Probably Georgia. Pretty good.
With Kellen here, going with Georgia. I love him.
Okay, guys, coming back here, I just asked the college question. So, Brad, hit him up with another one before I come up.
What does it mean to you guys to be Maroons? What does that mean? Is it different than other schools? Like, what makes us Maroon? What do you think?
Probably the way our coaches push us to work and push us to be our best.
I mean, just got to be better and be able to work. Makes you a better person.
It's just the work ethic and just striving to be better every day.
Okay, question for you. Tough question. We're about to wrap up. How many Maroon Sports Network broadcasts have you watched before tonight, and be truthful?
About like 10.
2.
All of them.
Wow, all of them. Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming on there tonight. We appreciate you guys. Good luck on the rest of the season. And Newton, you aren't number 72, are you? I was bragging on you last night. Your dad was doing the film work in there, so shout out to your dad and everybody else. But thank you, guys. We'll go to commercial and come right back.
Careful no over torque for if destroy railing. Who writes this stuff?
Hi, honey. How's it going?
Oh, it's going good. Really good.
It might be difficult to understand what you got yourself into when the box says some assembly required. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Should be ready by the time she's in high school. Yeah.
When it comes to building structures that stand the test of time, there's only one name you need to know. Todd Steel Buildings, located in Somerset, Kentucky. At Todd Steel Buildings, we're dedicated to providing top-quality pre-engineered metal buildings to meet all your needs. Our products are American-made, using only the finest materials and cutting-edge technology. Our team of experts design and manufacture each building with care and precision, ensuring that your structure will be durable, efficient, and cost-effective. Whether you're looking for a warehouse, industrial complex, agricultural building, or mini storages, Todd Steel Buildings has you covered. Our buildings are versatile, customizable, and designed to meet your specific requirements. Our customers trust us to deliver high-quality buildings that stand the test of time, and we're proud to say that we've never let them down. So if you want to build with confidence, choose Todd Steel Buildings. Contact us today and see what we can do for you.
And Brad, we are back. What a great time here talking to our boys. You knew 2 of the 3. I knew 1. I knew Stykes because all the L's, that's cool. Landon was actually one of the very first ones to help create this program. He come in year number 2 and was our producer and did some great things. We got Levi. I look so forward to him. He's one of the best pitchers that I've seen out there and a really good basketball player. So minus Landon, the rest of the family got some athletic genes, but he got the technology genes.
Yeah, it's always great to see the next generation and then seeing, some of the familiar faces and, we had their big brothers and then seeing their little brothers it's just great to see the family connections that we have here at Pulaski County High School.
Absolutely. So shout out to Samantha and Chad for sending us 3 great boys up this way. So I've had 1. We got the second one in school. The third one's coming up through the middle school ranks. So fans, stay tuned. Brindley Duggar is going to be singing the national anthem here in just a minute. If you haven't heard our girl Brindley, she sings like an angel. She's one of the best ones that I think you could ever get here to sing the national anthem. So we'll transition that soon. South Warren and Pulaski Kickoff is less than 10 minutes away. What are you most excited about in this game?
I'm mostly just looking forward to seeing how we bounce back from a rough week on the road last week. Challenging ourselves against one of the state's best, probably the best team that we're going to see all year, even if we advance all the way to the state championship in 5A. Probably not going to see anybody as good as South Warren, so how we handle that pressure, how we do against one of the best, that's what I'm most looking forward to.
So Youth Football League introduction here, but South Warren is a 6A team, and this will be the 3rd 6A team we played, but they'll be the best 6A team that we played. But you mentioned it, they could literally be in the state championship game or win the state championship for 6A, so you're probably not finding a tougher opponent on our schedule all season long, and they're going to have to go deep in the playoff run to find a team as good as South Warren.
No, and it's really great what Coach Burns has done, assembling a really tough schedule. That's going to balance our RPI out really well by the end of the year, so maybe we can get a better draw in the 5A, and it's really going to get us battle tested for the 5A playoffs this year.
Absolutely right. So you got to go through some adversity, because if you don't go through adversity and it comes, then you don't know how you're going to react. So he's going to see right now how his team reacts, because you need to go down by 1 or 2 or 3 scores sometimes, and how are you going to fight back from that? Are you going to roll over? Are you going to dig back? And you mentioned last week, we could have lost that game easily 40 or 50 to nothing, because 31-0, you could have easily quit. But they fought the entire time and come back, and, they were in it, like you said, early in the fourth quarter.
I mean, it would have been easy to just roll over, get a running clock, get back on the bus, and get back to Somerset, but that's not what we did. We responded, made the game respectable. Let's see if they can carry over to the first half tonight against South Warren.
Now, we do have two big entries on the front, Brad, if we want to talk about those. One, Will the Thrill Adams. Will is an electric athlete that's so good in football and baseball, but this week in practice, he rolled his ankle. I understand he's going to be out this week, but he should be back by next week. If not, he'll be back by the South Laurel game. And then Jet McEwen, unfortunately, just keeps getting things happening to him, and this week was pneumonia, so our boys missed school for the last 2 days, and I saw him in street clothes earlier.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who steps up in their place. I think that Coach Burns got a good plan together for dealing with both losses. But I mean, that's football. We're going into week 6 now. This is our 6th game so far this year. Everybody's got injuries. Everybody's got things that are bothering them. Nobody's going to feel sorry for us. We're still going to have to play the game, so it's just next man up.
I think if we asked all the Maroon faithful, if we come here and after 5 weeks, you said, would you be happy with a 4-1 record? I think all of us would said yes, we'd be happy with that 4-1 record.
With the schedule that we've played, 4-1 is phenomenal. Beating Corbin in here like we did, going on the road to Johnson Central, playing games like that. That's really what's going to get us ready for 5A. No matter how many losses we have, that's not really going to tell the story for just how good this team is, just because of how tough a schedule that we've played is.
All right, fans, we'll keep talking here for just a second, but we're going to get ready to cut to our national anthem here really soon. Our main man, Brian Abner, and Jeff Litton are doing a great job on the PA and the clock. We don't give them enough love sometimes.
That's a tough job, that clock job.
Exactly. I don't know if I'd want it or not, because you got to stay on your toes the whole time. So, fans, we'll get ready to go ahead and pause here and get ready for the national anthem, and we'll come back to the booth, and Brad and James will see you in just a couple minutes.
Flag, private first class up church. Tonight's national anthem will be sung by Pulaski County High School senior Miss Brentley Duggar.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting inner, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, Brad Woodcock. I told the fans that would probably be one of the most beautiful national anthems that they will ever hear. And Brentley Duggar definitely has the voice of an angel.
Yep, she never disappoints. Actually, she just won a big award for the most distinguished woman. For I cannot remember what it was for, but she just won a big award and she deserves it. She's a great kid and a really good singer.
Yeah, it seemed like I saw something like that on Facebook too, Brad. A distinguished scholar or women's scholar.
It's
or
something. She's
yeah,
very distinguished. My wife says she's the most distinguished woman.
If Melissa Woodcock says it, then it's true for things. So, fans, we're about 7 minutes away from things. We're going to, looks like we got the Youth League lining up right here before we get ready to run out onto the field. So I always love it when you have the banners coming out, and the cheerleaders work hard on that all week long. But I don't know, coming out with the Pulaski flag, the Kentucky flag, and the American flag, I think is awesome.
There's just something really nostalgic about a football Friday night anyway, but then when you've got all the banners, you've got the band here playing, there's just something special about it. You just can't really beat it, especially on a night as beautiful as this one.
Yeah, it's so nice up here, and like you said, it's perfect temperature. I probably wouldn't change anything. Shout out to our crew real quick, Brad. We don't talk about them enough down there. We've got Rosie Rodas on a mobile cam. We got Gavin Van Hook on a mobile cam. We got Jasmine Whitehead taking pictures. Madison Spurlock taking pictures, interviewing at halftime up here in the booth. Big Mike on main cam. We got Gavin being the director. Gavin Gillum. We've got my main man, Graham Hamilton, doing the switchback and the audio, and Tom Hemmon, of course, running the whole show. So you and I just get to call the game and have fun, and they do all the work.
We really have the easy job here. We just get to sit and talk about one of our favorite sports, football.
We do.
And I tell you what, you were talking about your crew. Every year, I feel like they're extremely impressive, and it just feels like every year they're even more impressive. Like you really got a great operation here.
I do appreciate that, and I can take zero credit for it, Brad, so I'll say that. Zero credit besides putting my time in with things. Hey, on the good news, looks like we got Santa Claus down here as one of our referees, so he's got a big old...
That's a great sign for things to come.
Yeah, Christmas is coming early here for the Maroons.
He's trying to get a little exercise in before Christmas.
So I love youth night too. That brings in such a crowd, but you've got to have the future generations coming up. And I love that, the elementary schools here. We just had the middle schoolers and the high school, but you've got to dream and think about all the big things here. So band's playing a little note here, but we're getting ready to go to the flag here in a second. But that line has grown with the Little League out there.
Oh, yeah.
Brad, I'm so excited for kickoff right here, and like you said, we've got a great job with perfect temperature and one of the best views. But the weird thing is, I was talking to Foster, it's almost like you think the 50-yard line is in all three of these windows. It's weird how it's distorted like that.
Yeah, I figured out that I'm going to have to stick to one window just so I don't get too confused. Because I think of this left window, I think it's a good window. I feel pretty good about it. If they get all the way down to my right, I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but...
I've got to give a shout-out tonight to Zimmerman's Famous Barbecue, and my bad because I forgot to tell you today, but they fed the crew after school, so put that one on James Murray.
Well, we had some, what was it, Wednesday this week?
We did.
And
so I got 2
it was
days
really delicious, so shout-out to Zimmerman.
So, yes, he fed the entire football team today. So
I thought I smelled something good down there.
Absolutely. And macaroni and cheese and chips and Gatorade, and fed the entire football team and the Maroon Sports Network crew, so we do appreciate that. So ready to go, man. I can't talk enough here about the kickoff and how excited I am. Who do you think steps up big tonight for the Maroons? What the usual player is Case and Brock. Have we got somebody else here with Will Adams' injury that you think we might see pop or do big things?
I'm looking for Winston Ford to make it a big impact tonight. He's had a good season up to this point. We might see Kaysen in a couple of different scenarios than we're used to seeing him. So I'm looking for Winston to make some big plays tonight. Also, Boone Godby. Looking forward. His brother is one of the greats here, and I think it's just a matter of time before Boone cements his own legacy here. So looking forward to those two.
Guys, I think we're about ready to do the coin toss. So, fans, we're going to do something special today. We've got Kaysen Brock's younger sister, who is dealing with a bout of cancer, and they've got T-shirts. You see all the team wearing the T-shirts today. So wearing yellow here, yellow ribbons. Childhood cancer is a awful thing, one of the worst things in the world, if you ask me. So she's going to walk out with Kaysen, and they're going to do the coin toss. So hopefully my crew will go with her, and let's see if we win the tip and if we defer or receive. I love that view. Look at her. She's so precious, Brad. Great camera view right there. Rosie working on it right in the middle, getting in there with the referee. We got the little
Tell you what, I've
handshake.
had about every one of those boys in class. This is a really great group of captains that we have here.
Brad, you say that, and a lot of times, and I will agree with you, they're got a lot of respect. And the parents have raised them well, and Travis Burns is instilling some sense of manhood in them. And I've got Boone Godby and Jed in class and several others, man, and you can't find better kids, really.
Coach Burns has done a great job making sure that our team's full of really respectful young men. And I'm not just saying that, Murray. They really are a great group of kids. I couldn't think of a single kid that I wouldn't want to have in my class.
Listen at the cheer and the cowbells for Kalen Brock out here, and I think that's awesome. Brad, I love the cowbell.
You can't get enough cowbell.
No. Need some Will Ferrell in here. Team Kaylin on Facebook. Fans, if you want to travel along with her journey, if you want to donate any funds to the Brock family as she deals with this. So here we go, and we're getting ready for the coin toss. So I absolutely love this camera view, and I love that Kaysen and Kaylin are out there, and so hopefully she'll give the Maroons some luck right here with the toss.
Gets to flip a coin and meet Santa at the same time.
A double win. And here it goes, up in the air. Lands on. Pulaski gets to choose. We'll defer. Looks like we're going to receive by his signal. Elected to receive.
That's aggressive.
Brad.
That's
Wow,
aggressive.
That is aggressive.
I kind of think it goes back to what we talked about in the pregame, trying to keep the ball out of the hands of number 1 and 2. You get the ball first, maybe you eat up some clock, go down, score a touchdown, eat 6, 7, 8 minutes off the clock. That really plays into our hands if we're able to do it.
Would that not be amazing if we could just take a 7 or 8 minute drive to go up 7-0 to set the tone right at the beginning? And it takes some guts to receive the ball, because I'm going to say, Brad, I don't know the stats, but I'm going to say 90% of the time teams defer when they win the toss.
It's a growing trend in football for sure. Used to, a lot of teams would receive the ball, but anymore teams kind of try to squeeze out an extra possession. If you defer to the second half and you can hold on to the ball at the end of the first half, sometimes you can get you get the ball for an extended period of time that way.
I can agree with you that
But if you get the ball, you can come out and set the tone. I think that's what we're trying to do tonight.
South Warren has some big old boys. I just looked over there and thought we're playing a small college. So fans, get ready as we have our Maroons ready to run through. We bleed maroon and what's the rest of it? And white?
And white, yeah.
So get ready for this amazing camera view. I love that. I can let you see the view too. So cheerleaders up on the shoulders of others. There we go, baby.
There's Grizz right in the
with
front.
the American flag. Yes, sir. So Newton comes up here. Newton wears number 72. Grizz wears 72. Sounds like Newton has got to pick a different number next year.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll try to fight Grizz for it. I'd like to see that.
I don't think anybody needs to be messing with Grizz anytime soon.
No.
But one thing I love about Grizz, he's always got his own style, and he's always seems like wearing overalls. So I could picture him out on the farm any day of the week on a tractor with a flag and playing Willie Nelson. And
you don't have to worry about Grizz following the crowd. He is 100% himself every day of the year.
Oh, Landon Stykes, that was out of pocket. So Landon's actually watched his little brother there on the feed today. Landon, you know what I said was truthful. You are the technology king, but the brother's got the athleticism. So I have played football with you before, so I can definitely say that. Big Mike said he would destroy Landon Stykes, right? One-on-one in football. He said, take a minute. He's talking. All right, we're ready for the kickoff. Man, I'm so excited right here. So it looks like Caden Carrier's back deep. So my boy, number 14, going in the Marines. That was such a good interview with Sergeant Hoball before. And they decide to kick it to him. Caden takes it at the 10, 15, 20, 25, and popped. So did he fumble? No, okay, 25-yard line, and we will take over from there, Brad. Not bad. What do you think about the new NFL kickoff? The other night, last night, it cost a team a game because they got to kick it between the 20 and the end zone.
They are pointing towards South Warren. I think there might have been. No, they're pointing the wrong. They're putting the other way.
Okay.
Anyway, the NFL kickoff. I just wish they could figure out what they want to do because a couple years ago they wanted to almost eliminate the kickoff. Where they moved the kick up to the 35 and tried to incentivize teams to take the ball at the 25. Now they've changed it. I just wish they'd figured it out. I do kind of like it, but I don't really understand why they're not able to kick it in the end zone anymore. Do they only get like so many steps? That
here we go. Fake handoff. Zach Anderson takes it and nothing's there. He's got a loss of probably one there, Brad, on the first handoff.
Yeah, that's going to be the story: is our offensive line versus their defensive line.
And I'm going to tell you what, number 52 for South Warren, like you said, that's Jaquez Smith.
6'7", 311.
You can tell the size difference up here. You don't need to be running to that side of the line.
No.
We better be running to the left and not the right. Okay, Zach Anderson, looks like we got an audible fans. Looks like we got one receiver to the left, one to the right. Looks like we got a little extra help in the backfield. Maybe a 2 tight end set, and hand off to Casey Brock, and he runs to that right side, and once again, nothing is there.
There's just not a lot of space there in between the tackles right now.
Looks like we have had 2 carries for a net -1 loss. 3rd and 11. Brad, this may be a 2-minute possession and kick it back to them and they get it at midfield.
This is a pretty important 3rd and 11 right here. Early in the game, you want to get the momentum going your way.
Yeah, I know it's early, but 2 plays for a -1 doesn't exactly instill a lot of confidence in your offense. But now we've got trip wide receivers to the left and 0 wide receivers to the right. So this is probably
got a tight end out wide right, Decker Wilden over on the right side.
Is Decker over there?
Yeah, I think so. 40. Well, if it was a 41. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Dropping back, and throwing it, and nobody's there, guys. So we got 3 plays, -1 yards. The Maroons got a punt, so it's better than a turnover, but it's not exactly the start that you want against the powerhouse.
Not what they thought when they decided to take the ball first either. You're thinking you were going to set the tone. 3 plays, -1 yards.
Now we've got to have a big punt, and looks like your man Zach Anderson is going to be our lead punter right here, and they're going to take it at the 45 with a lot of speed. So, Brad, he better get some hang time on this bad boy. Here we go. Snaps back. Zach Anderson boots it, and it goes in the air, and a good punt. Goes back, still
punt.
rolling. 30, 25, 23, 20, and goes out of bounds at, they say, the 24. But that was a great punt away from him and no chance for return.
How about the talent of Zach Anderson? Starting quarterback,
starting
center for the basketball team, and a really awesome punter apparently.
Well, I think he probably needs to up his game and play some baseball, or he can't be really a triple threat challenge.
From what I understand, he used to be a really good baseball player. I don't know why he quit.
Sounds like Kellen Jones better be out there.
That's some recruiting opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know he's got an arm, so he probably could pitch a little.
All right, here we go. So we're looking forward. No number 1, no number 2. We're praying no big plays. Coming up, drop back, play fake. Oh, number 1 gets stuck right there, Brad.
Nice stick there by Toby Wright. But that's going to be what South Warren wants to do. They're going to get the ball to number 1 and number 2 as often as they can and try to let them make plays. So being there and able to make a tackle as soon as they catch it is going to be extremely important.
You know what I love? I love how quick you were with that, because I'm trying to figure out what number it was, and you knew it was number 5, Toby Wright, immediately. So that was pretty cool. Okay, South Warren drops back. 2nd and 5, dropping back, looking, coming back, a little rush, and tackled right there. So it looks like a gain of 1, and that is number 1.
That's Boone. That's Boone, I think, number 0.
Okay, 0 made the tackle.
I saw him right there as the play was being made, and I thought maybe he missed it, but he got him just by the shoestring.
What do you think about the light that just popped on to give you access to be able to read
I felt like the light just came from heaven there for a second. I wasn't sure exactly what happened. But
okay, they're calling that 3rd and 3 here. So big play here. See what the Maroons can do, because this would be huge if we could get this stop early on. Faking, wide left, and first down easily. But a good tackle right there. But number 1, Cohen Finley. So we've had 0, 1, and 5 in on the plays.
So we're only 3 plays in, and we've already got 1 touch for number 1, 1 touch for number 2. And you can definitely tell they're a focal point of the offense. But being able to tackle them with minimal gains, that's going to be key tonight. So we did a good job on the first play. That play got the first down, but not much more than that.
Brad, they really spread you out. They've got 2 wide receivers left and right, and they do a motion going the opposite direction, and then they fake the handoff, and RPO action is dangerous. So good short pass and good tackle right there. Number 0, Boone Gobby, laid the wood to him. So
yeah, that's 2 tackles for Boone. He's been pretty active so far, which he was telling Miss Woodcock this week that he's been shifted around a little bit with Will Adams out. So I guess it looks like he's going to be more involved in the guard number 2 today.
But, you know, they're doing exactly what they need to do. They're getting 3, 4, 5 yards of play, and that will just march it down the field. And eventually you'll probably hit one over the top as you've got to suck up and stop those first downs. Fake over the middle, wide open. So that's number 0, and he's still on his feet. Still on his feet. No way. Still on his feet, and good tackle. No, 72, still on his feet. Trying to tackle from the other side, and still on his feet. Oh, my gosh. That was one of the most electric 8-yard
That
plays.
was the longest 6 yards, 7 yards that I've ever seen, I think. He went to both hashes, kept getting turned around, kept breaking tackles.
And
Murray, it's nice that I can say 6 or 7 yards without somebody freaking out, because you know how it is at school. Graham's over here waving his hands when I said that.
That was, like you said, electric. And we've got our first fan comment of the day is for Big Mike. And it says from Chef Stevens, make sure he stays behind the camera or he might scare some people. So I figured I would tell him that. Here we go. And off to the inside. And number 2 is good tackle right there.
That's what you got to do. You got to try to make their 4 or 5 yard runs just 1 or 2 yards. Try to sprinkle in a negative play here and there. Get off the field, get the ball back to your offense.
So that
Toby
was Toby
Wright
and somebody. But Toby's playing good so far. We've called his name a couple times early.
They're going to make our DBs tackle today. That's already very apparent.
All right, so here we go, getting ready for 2nd and 7. Drop back. Number 2 goes in motion, like you said, one of their electric players coming back. Fake handoff, throw over to the corner, blocker on the outside, and pummel! Get it, Maroons! Yes, sir.
There you
Who's
go.
recovered that big
That's
hit?
exactly what you need.
Is that Cohen Finley with the recovery?
I believe so. That's exactly what we needed after that first drive. South Warren methodically running down the field, getting a turnover. Those can be key. It's like we talked about in the pregame. When a team travels a long distance, sometimes they're not as sharp as they would otherwise be. Just like us last week at Johnson Central, hurt South Warren tonight.
Boy, that was big right there, and I'm telling you. But now you've got to do something. You can't go 3 and out, punt it right then after your defense made that good a stop. So I'm interested in seeing what we're going to do differently right here. They've got so much size on the interior line. I don't know if we don't just need to do some quick hitters or some misdirection. So here we're trying it, come up to the inside, and nothing. So a loss of 1 again.
Yeah, we talked about before the game that one of the battles was going to be our offensive line versus their defensive line. We're just a couple plays into this thing, but so far their defensive line seems to be more than holding their own.
I think we've run 4 plays for negative 2 yards so far. So we definitely need to see what we can do right here. And this is going to be a big call for Josh Roberts right here, because we need something positive in the book, so to say. So the Maroons are looking over here, and I see Coach Burns, Coach Russell, Coach Roberts giving signals. Zach is telling Kaysen exactly what type of protection to do. And outside, right on top of Kaysen. Nothing's there, and is that a loss of 2?
That's another loss.
So now we have run a total of, we'll count the punt, so a total of 6 plays and got negative 5 yards.
So far, trying to go east and west has not done us very good. It seems like they are pretty quick on the edges.
They are very quick over the edges, so I don't know what type of adjustments we can make here because a lot of times you go up to block, they're just shedding the block, or they're so quick we can't block them. So this is a big challenge for the Maroons. 3rd and 13. Rolling to the right. Now we've got something. Got him deep. Coming. Number 4 and
intercepted. In that situation, that's really not the worst thing that could happen. You're 3rd and 12. Backed up in your own end, throw one out there. If it gets picked, it works just like a punt. The next down, you're probably going to have to punt it anyway. So South Warren will take over about where you would hope they would have if we had to punt. So,
okay, Brad, you got to help me because I don't really know number 4, Parker Burton. Do you know anything about Parker?
No.
Okay. So, Parker, I apologize. I just haven't seen you in school or anything. He's listed as a wide receiver linebacker. He's a junior, so we're trying to go deep to Parker, just a little bit overthrow.
Oh, wait, yes, I do know Parker. Yeah, I had him last year.
Okay.
I believe he transferred from Southwestern.
Okay. Coming in deep, got blockers coming, trying to bust him. Number 14's got him. Great tackle right here.
Tackling.
So that is Caden Carrier, my main man.
And you can see, it's like we've been saying, they're going to force our DBs to tackle. That's something we struggled with against Corbin, struggled in space. So far tonight, we're really holding our own.
Caden with the strong hands right there. He got a hold of the jersey, Brad, and he just go ahead and pulled him down. And that's what a future Marine needs to do. So Caden with the Marines, like we mentioned, but now 2nd and 11. So finally the first negative play for the Spartans. Okay, false start, or offsides? I don't know. False start, we got him. We went to the line, back about 5 yards. So now all of a sudden.
If we can keep doing this, we can keep tackling as soon as they catch the ball on the edges, force them into a negative play, a penalty, something like that. It's really going to work in our favor, and hopefully we can get the ball back here shortly.
2nd and 16, fans, so we definitely need to limit this play right here. Dropping back, throwing a bubble screen over the middle, and stuck right there. Toby Wright again?
Yeah, 6 or 7 yards there, but Toby Wright, that's what, his 4th or 5th tackle so far?
At least 4. So Toby Wright is playing like a man possessed right now. So number 5 coming out early for the Maroons. And what have we got now?
We got a flag on the play.
That's got to be some sort of.
It's got to be a holding or illegal shift. Let's see how far they're moving them back.
That's a hold then, right? Third.
I think they moved them. I think they moved them back 5.
That looks like it's 2nd and 20-something, 2nd and 21.
Yeah, it must have been an illegal shift or illegal man downfield.
Okay, guys, we've got to get off the field right here. So, 2 plays to get 21 yards, so hopefully we can make don't give up anything big. Number 6 in motion for South Warren. Drops back, looking to pass, trying to break through. 42 coming through the line,
Brian
trying
Ford
to chase
on
him down. And, oh, man, Boone Gobby.
Nice play by Boone Gobby. I told you before the game I thought Boone Gobby was going to step up and have a nice night. Already a couple tackles, big pass break up there.
So that was He-Man breaking through the line. So Brian Ford. Him and Winnie, Rebecca and her husband done such a great job raising those boys. But I love nicknames for the Maroons.
I used to work for Ford Brothers back in the day, and I remember Brian when he was just a little bitty boy.
Oh, really?
And now looking at him, he walks around a whole head taller than me.
Yeah. So he reminds me, I was telling Forster this before, he reminds me of Flash Gordon. If I go back and look at Ted, he's got the blonde, perfect hair and the muscles and everything. So here we go. We got 3rd and 21, fans dropping back, faking fake. Oh, that's a hold.
Yeah, they got it.
There it was. Held number 41. Back
Good
him up
stop.
5 more yards. Decker
Well,
Wilden broke through, and you and I both see him grab him by the shirt sleeve.
Oh yeah, that was obvious.
Maroons defense.
We'll probably decline that one, make them punt here. Yeah. You know, all in all, Murray, this hasn't been a bad start to the game. You know, offensively, we haven't got anything going yet, but our defense has held them both times that they've been out. So you got to feel pretty good if you're Burns, because you know eventually you're going to get that offense rolling. And the fact your defense has been able to hold up against them, I think, speaks pretty well for the chance that we have in this one.
4th and 21. You don't see that too often, especially on a top 3 team in the state of Kentucky. So great stand by the homestanding Maroons right there. So we got a punt coming up. We've got 1 man deep. And, we almost got there. Coming back and fair catch called. And no! Winnie.
That's Winston. He jumped on it, though.
Yeah.
Almost a disaster.
So Winnie Ford drops it, but does recover it. So disaster averted. So now we've got the ball, and looks like we'll take it over at the 30-yard line exactly.
So far, it feels like both teams are really feeling each other out. Offensively, we've tried the edges. We've tried up the middle, seeing if we can find anything that works. They're kind of doing the same thing. They've been out on the edges all game, trying to test to see if our DBs are up to making tackles, and they've both defenses are holding up well so far.
Brad, I don't know, what I'm going to do differently right here, because with the speed that they've got, we've got to come up with a solution. Man, I almost think it's almost like it was last time, rolling Zach Anderson out and letting him try to beat him with his arm tonight. Kaysen goes to the inside, and that right side of the line, there is literally nothing there, but we do get our first positive run for 2 yards.
You got 3 or 4 that time.
I'm going with 2.
You can't abandon the run game just yet. If that's your bread and butter, if that's where you think you have the advantage, maybe they don't hold up well as the game goes on. But you got to keep testing it a little bit. But we do need to probably look at taking the top off this defense a little bit, because, like you said, they've been so good in the box here close to the line of scrimmage. We've got to try to spread them out. See, they only got 1 safety back right now. They're not really respecting our deep passing ability.
Yeah, they've got ultimately they're playing a 7-8 man box right there if you count the other one that's cheating up toward the top. So we definitely got to be able to do something here for them with only 3 guys back. So looks like we got a handoff and a jump cut, and nothing's there. Big 52, Jaquez and others, but we do power through and get about
That was
a gain.
a hard-earned 2 yards there.
Hard-earned. So I think we'll have a third
third
and a
4.
short
It looks
three
like.
here.
It looks like about 4.5 maybe.
3rd and 4, you're correct. So 3rd and 4. Do you make this? I know it's scary to say 4 downs with a gambler like Burns right here, but if you picked up, say, 3 yards here and made it a 4th
If it's
and
close
1,
enough to sneak it, I wouldn't be against it. But your defense has held up pretty good so far. You don't want to give South Warren the ball here in plus territory this early in the game.
It's like right now, I just want 1 first down for some momentum. The boys need to get some confidence, and it all starts with that first down.
And maybe if we can get a couple plays, maybe hurrying up a little bit, getting some tempo, that might help us out a little bit.
Dropping back, 1-on-1, going back to number 4 again, and he's open, and penalty flag. Okay,
that's going to be
got him
pass
in the air.
interference on the defense there.
Parker Burton went up, and
that's the kind of play that we're going to have to make if we're going to beat South Warren tonight. They're not going to let us beat them between the tackles, but if we can get down the seams like Burton did right there, we've got a much better shot.
Okay, so is that just 10 yards in high school?
15 yards.
15. Okay.
College rules. College rules.
It's not a spot foul.
There are a few differences in the rules with high school that always trip me up. I think defensive holding is not an automatic first down. I could be wrong on that, but I think it's not a first down in high school like it is in college.
We are finally on the Spartans side of the field, fans. We're at the Spartans 49, our first down, and I say we go back to the run game here, but I like to see a run to the left because it seems like we're always going to the right here. And right behind the line, Pete still going, and looks like he got called early.
It's a yard and a cloud of dust.
I saw the man behind him keep going, and I'm like, he was trying to push. But
I think he really got tripped up on somebody's feet because he went down pretty quick. I'm not 100% sure that he was being tackled when he went down.
2nd and 9. When do we just release a deep bomb for Parker Burton again? Because he's a big piece of our game plan tonight.
As long as they've got that single safety over the top, I think we got to test him.
What we got here? Offsides?
Offsides on the defense.
Yeah, Zach Anderson with the hard count.
We got their defensive end to flinch. Hey, we'll take it however we can get it right now.
South Warren gave us a couple of gifts here early. They gave us a fumble. They gave us a couple of holding penalties. They gave us an offsides.
Pass interference. That's what got us over the 50.
So, Maroon fans, we're at the 43-yard line, 2nd and 4. 1:10 left in the first quarter. No score so far. Here we go, dropping back. Zach Anderson, quick hitch over here. Number 20 breaks the tackle, coming to the outside, and Winnie forward. Keeps going. Wow, what a good hard run by Winnie Ford.
That was a really nice play design. They only had 3 DBs over on this side of the field, exact amount that we had wide receivers over on this side. So we had a hat on a hat. Get the ball to Winston. Only needed to make one man miss to get about a 20-yard gain there.
That was a great play by Winnie Ford to make that move on the sideline. And then it was a tough run at the end of that, Brad. He got another 4 or 5 yards with 3 men.
He wasn't going down. They thought he was going to go out of bounds, but he had other ideas.
Well, that lets you know how much leg strength that he's got. And the kid's super fast, too. He's already made several big plays for us, and you called it. You thought he's going to have a big game tonight.
Yep, that's one big play. I expect a few more by the end of the night.
Do we run a play here? I don't see the play clock, but 22 seconds left. I think we do run one more. Inside handoff. Kaysen, nothing there, but breaks through, and big 72. Connor Blevins pushes him down for a gain of 4.
I'll tell you what, from here it didn't look like he had any space to make anything happen. Grinding out 3 or 4 yards. That was a good, tough run.
All right, fans, that is the end of the first quarter. 0-0. The Maroons are driving at the 21-yard line. Stay tuned. We'll keep talking to you, but here in just a second, we should have a performance by the dance team. Here they come. Hopefully we can get our cameras ready. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 members of the dance team. And we'll use the main cam. Fans, we'll be back here in just a second as my mic gets muted and we watch the dance team. All right, the dance team is off the field, so good entertainment for us. We're driving 2nd and 5. We just flip sides of the field like you'll do after every quarter. So now we're driving toward Pulaski County High School in our field house. So let's see if we can give the home fans something to get excited about here, Brad.
Just watch Winston Ford here in the slot.
Coming back, Kaysen, and 52 blows him up right there. And
He was right in the backfield that time.
He almost could have took the football.
I tell you what, for 6'7", 311 pounds, he's got some quick feet.
That was a loss of 1 on the play, or did they call it even?
Now, you asked when we were on the other side of the 50 if it would be 4-down territory, and I said no. But here, inside the 20, I think this would be this could be 2-down territory right now. 3rd down if you don't quite pick up the first down. I look for Burns to go for it here.
I'm watching our cheerleaders throw these balls into the fan, and some of them don't really have that good of arms. So they're going in the first and second.
They didn't get in cheerleading for the throwing. Yeah.
So I need to see who's got the best arm for the cheerleaders.
Empty backfield here.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 5, and coming back up and out. Oh, no, not a good play at all in the backfield, and just gets stone cold. We've run 2 plays and lost 3 yards on them.
The sweep has not been kind to us so far. Any kind of misdirection, they get in the backfield so quick, it's really hard for that misdirection to work.
Are we trying Bryson Mounts here? I think we are.
Yeah, it looks like they are. I thought if we picked up a yard or 2, we might go for it. This is going to be a 37-yard attempt.
Bryson, Mr. Upright Mounts here, is going to see if he can keep them between the uprights and give the Maroons an early 3-0 lead. Big kick coming up, and
we're back.
Timeout, Maroons.
No, we're back.
No.
5 yards. Now it'll be a 42-yarder. Will we try that?
Probably not. I think that changes everything for us. Bryson staying out there, but I almost think
Here comes Cohen and the offense back on the field.
Now you just throw it up if you get an interception at the goal line.
I wouldn't be shocked for a quick punt, making them think that we're going to throw it, and then Anderson just try to angle it over here towards the pylon.
It's at the 25. I would rather just go for an interception.
Well, we got the pass interference earlier on 3rd down.
So just give us a chance. Throw it up. Trips to the left, 1 to the right. Dropping back, throwing deep, and push off Toby Wright. Oh, my gosh, that was so close. It was.
Toby was there, just a little bit overthrown. Just a little bit out of his reach.
I like it that we went for it, but I absolutely hate that we come out of that quarter and got negative play, false start.
Yeah.
So that's something definitely we got to clean up if you're going to go very far in the 5A playoffs. So, we're about the middle of the season, so there's still work to do, and that's what the coaching staff is continuously doing. But we definitely got to come out starting that quarter a little bit better, because that was a rough start to the second quarter.
Yeah, I still feel like both teams are still feeling each other out. We're not district opponents. We don't play each other a lot. So both teams kind of keeping it a little vanilla, trying to see what they can get.
Okay. Handoff coming reverse side, and that's not a hold right there. He's
play.
got speed for days, and that's what I'm afraid of. He cut back and still running. So huge play, the first huge play of the day on a running play.
That was number 8, Isaiah Bridges.
Isaiah Bridges has got some wheels, Brad. He has got.
That was a nice play design. Everybody moving left, little flip to number 9 or number 8 running underneath.
You talk about flipping the field. 50 yards will flip the field in a hurry.
Yep, but when we got down in this territory, we had a couple negative plays, ended up not scoring. Hopefully we can do the same we can get South Warren to do the same thing.
All right, 1st and 10, South Warren. Number 19 is in the backfield here, so 19 is Chase Bell. That's your quarterback. So Chase Bell trying to look and survey the situation. I'm going to assume it's going to be some RPO action here. Comes in and hands it off and gets a gap right up the middle. Big hole. Almost a first down, a gain of 8. 2nd and 2.
You know, it's interesting they brought in 19 because Camden Page is usually their starting quarterback. I wonder if they bring in 19 for a little change of pace. He looked like they got a little more option look to him.
Definitely a nice drive here. 2 plays, and South Warren has got it down inside the 10-yard line after being buried deep. Handoff, inside action. Number 26 takes it, and 41 among others is there. So we definitely had Decker, Wilding, and a couple other guys for a short gain. Okay, looks like enough for the first down.
First real test for our defense in this game so far.
1st and goal from the 6.5-yard line. 8:44 left to go in the second quarter. I'm surprised at the scoring so far. You keep mentioning they keep filling each other out right here, but I really felt like this would be more like a 35-28 game.
Yeah, when I talked to Boone Godby earlier about the game, I told him I thought it'd be pretty high scoring, and he agreed, but so far neither team's been able to find the end zone.
Number 1 got a big push from his line, and we're trying to fight back, but they've taken him all the way down the goal line. So gain of 5, 2nd and 1. With that massive line, they could probably just do the Philadelphia Eagle tush push and push people in there.
You know, I've not seen a team be able to successfully do it like the Eagles. Everybody knows it's coming, but only the Eagles know how to run.
They let the right guard false start every time, and he moves a full second before that center does. And that's got a lot to do with it if you watch it on the NFL. Here we go. Number 2, and jumps to the end zone. Easy touchdown for number 2, Caden York.
Yep, Caden York. Number 1 and number 2 both touched the ball on that possession, despite the big play from number 8, Isaiah Bridges. But they're the focal point. So it's no surprise to see York in the end zone.
Okay, look at this formation. Okay, here we go. Trying to freak us out a little bit, but they had 4 right, 4 left, so now we got a traditional extra point coming up. Number 80 for South Warren. The hold is down. The kick is up. The kick is pure. 7-0 Spartans. All right, so we got another drive coming up here, Brad. So
we just need, kind of like South Warren was able to get going when they get the 50-yard play to Bridges there. We just need a play like that to go our way, too. Winston had a nice play at the end of the first quarter for about 20 or 25. But if we could just get somebody to break a tackle, find some space, make a big play, I think it'll get our offense going.
Well, we've got to get something up there. That D-line is so good for them, but, you know, number 8 is so good for us, too. The run that he made against Corbin, run over 7 different people, we know he's got it in him. So at some point in time, you know, hopefully Brock breaks a big one.
Really, even in a play like this, kickoff return, Caden Carrier, you know, he's got the capability to break one long too, so that could be the difference in a game like this. Just one big special teams play.
All right, South Warren lines up to kick it out. Like you said, Caden Carrier is the deep man back. Kick goes up in the air. Looks like it's going to Caden. 14 tracks it down, gets it at the 5, 10, 15, and big tackle at the 15-yard line. So good, solid special teams play from the Spartans.
So that's what you expect out of the number 3 team in the state. Solid in all 3 phases of the game, offense, defense, and special teams.
So I'm very interested in this drive. The first play to me, I think, is so important this time because it seems like a lot of plays tonight, we started that first play with a negative play, and it's hard to do a lot of plays for 2nd and 11 or 3rd and 11 or 3rd and 12.
It's especially hard when you're playing a team like South Warren. You let them get some momentum and some confidence. As good as they are, they can sit on you real quick.
All right, here we go. Fly up to Kaysen. Kaysen's got some room. We just talked about this. First big gain play of the day, so it looks like he gets, for
Nice run.
Kaysen that is, so C money on a gain of 12 in the first
That's
down.
the first time he's had any real window to run through all night. And all it took was a little pitch, getting him outside a little bit more instead of trying to go in between the tackles.
So I vote for more of that and less of in between the
Keep
tackles.
it away from 52. Just run opposite of 52.
Well, I tell you what, our linemen are going to earn their money tonight, and they're going to be very sore on Saturday and Sunday. So Zach Anderson taking over the play. One man left, one man right. Kaysen in the backfield. And another handoff to Kaysen's got another lane up the middle, working his feet, and we'll take a gain of 6.
Tell you what, offensive line moving them a little bit better. I don't know if Coach Meeks made a little adjustment with the run game to find a little bit more space there, but there's twice in a row now that Brock's had a lane to run through.
Gain of 12, and that was a gain of 7, so 19, 9.5 a run for the last 2 runs. So he's probably got more yards on his last run than we had in the first quarter.
Oh, no question, no question. Outside of Winston's play and the pass interference, we've gained more on this drive than we did the entire first quarter.
Okay, we got trip wide receivers near us here. Brad on the home sideline, Case in the backfield, nobody to the left. So what do? And a run off right to the middle between the tackles for no gain.
I'll tell you what, it looked like he was about to lose 2 yards, so he just carried that defender with him back to the line of scrimmage to give us a more manageable third down here.
So here we got Cohen Finley coming in for number 20, Winnie.
Winston.
So Cohen comes in to replace him. You know, Cohen Finley's one of those deep threats I think we can get and utilize with his size and speed.
Now, Cohen Finley's just a do-it-all player. Offense, defense, whatever Coach Burns needs, he's the guy that can get it done.
Brad, you've got to be so smart and intelligent to know all these signals of what play you're running by hand gestures.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, and it's probably even more than we imagined, too.
Zach Anderson, inside handoff, and
There's
he
just
gets
nothing
blown
there.
up
Nothing
for a
there.
loss of 2.
Before he handed that off, there was 2 white jerseys in the backfield. I'll be interested to see what Burns does here.
He's got a punt. I mean, it's
That's
4th
what I
and 4
think.
from your own 35. So 7 yards on first down and -1 and -1 on the next 2 plays. Or 0 and -1 on the next 2 plays. So 4th and 4 from our own 35-yard line. Zach Anderson, Mr. Do-It-All punter. See if you can bury them deep right here and keep us in the ball game with 5 minutes to go. Here we go. Zach down, Zach up.
He's got a pretty
trying
good
to run
leg.
it down and squibble kick, and he's trying to. I wonder what 23 doesn't pick it
Inside
up
the
and
20.
at least try to get some yards.
Well, I think once it started bouncing away from him, I think he probably realized if he tried to grab it, he might fumble it. So it's probably safer just to let it roll.
Or get blown up.
Yeah.
So
I tell you what, that's one job I would have never wanted playing football is to be a punt returner.
So
you
you're-
got to be brave.
So you're out.
You got to be. I'm out on
You're
punt
out,
return.
okay.
I'm out on it.
What would have been Brad Woodcock's position?
Quarterback.
Quarterback. Okay.
Quarterback or running back.
I think James Murray had been tight end. That's what I would have chosen. A lot of blocking in that, but I do want. If you don't give me the rock every now and then, I don't want to be the tight end, but I want to be thrown at least a few times a game.
Absolutely. You don't want to just sit back there and block every game or every time.
Here we go. Looks like 5
Split
wide
5
receivers.
wide.
Yeah.
They switched quarterbacks again. Got Page back in.
Oh, my gosh. Big hole right here. Cohen Finley's got to catch him, but it's a gain of almost 17
That's number
yards.
1 again. Jake Carter.
Jake Carter,
He's
senior.
their stud. That's the one that Boone Gobby told me about, that they had a little wide receiver number 1 and that he was really good.
You know, when they get him out in space like that, he's so quick. If he gets ahead of momentum, you've got to contain him and wrap him up almost immediately, or he's going to make something happen.
Well, you know, the first couple drives, they weren't quite as spread out as they are now. They must feel like they found something on us.
Trying to go deep and throws it out of bounds. Caden Carrier was coming from the outside there and sort of rushed the
That's going to
quarterback
be
a
the
little bit.
difference tonight as we get to the end of the second quarter, into the second half. If we can get a pass rush on him, if we're going to let him stand back there, make easy reads and easy throws, it's going to be a long rest of the night.
2nd and 10, so a good stop here on first down. But I imagine those little quick screens are what is really getting them going right here, because they got so much speed. Look here, we're having to play, what would you say, 8, 9, 10 yards off of them?
Yeah, and all these plays around the line of scrimmage are going to draw us a little bit closer. We'll see if they try to throw it over the top at some point today.
Good tackle sideline, but after a gain of 9, so Toby riding on the tackle again.
Got a third down here at least.
3rd and 1. So that's a big play on 2nd down.
Keeping them from getting the first down, though, you never know what happened here. Get a penalty, get a good stop in the backfield.
Susie Duggar had to tell us, so she's definitely watching. That picture is beautiful. We'll come talk about Brindley here in a second. So 3rd and 1, and little pitch, number 12. Got him. He's leaked out and got too much speed. And can we chase him down? What a nice trick play. So
nice tackle to save a touchdown from Winston, but that was a really nice play design.
If he didn't have to wait on that ball, we would have been toast. But he literally had to wait like 3 seconds for that ball.
Well, that's the benefit for us from them not having the quarterback make that throw and just a position player. But, yeah, you're right.
Brindley is the Pulaski County Distinguished Young Woman, and she will advance to state in January for their scholarship program.
I told you she was the distinguished young woman.
The distinguished.
The.
In America. That's what we're calling it now. In America. All right. 1st and 10. Spartans. Inside handoff. A lot of speed up through the middle. Touchdown.
That's the second one for York right there.
Caden York is having himself a night.
I tell you what, they told me that 1 and 2 were the ones to watch, and so far they've been right.
13-0, extra point coming. Brad, if we go 3 and out here, it's going to be a long night for the Maroons, and this defense is really good. I don't know how we, at this point, drive it down the field to score.
Well, at this point, it's extremely important to make sure that they don't touch the ball again this half, especially since they get the ball to start the second half.
And up and good, 14-0. We will thank a commercial sponsor and be right back.
Not everyone starts a business the same way.
Buys a home the same way. Buys a car the same way.
But everybody likes a smooth and fast
loan application process.
UCB's new online loan application makes it
easier and faster than ever to borrow the money you need.
Go to UnitedCumberland.com and find the Lending Services tab.
Depending on your situation, you could complete nearly the entire process
without ever having to come into the bank.
Without ever having to come into the bank.
Without ever having to come into the bank.
Looking for quality printing and custom signs? Somerset Printing and Signs has got you covered. Family owned and operated right here in Somerset, Kentucky since 1978. We take pride in bringing your ideas to life.
All right, we are back, 14-0. The Spartans kicking off. And like Brad Woodcock said, fans, we need a sustained drive here to run out the clock, and it'd be nice to score something before halftime.
Touchdown would be nice. Keeping it out of South Warren's hands again.
Deep kick. Caden Carrier again. 5-yard line. Blocking for the Maroons, coming straight up, and 20, 24, and big tackle right there for South Warren. So good strong run by Carrier gets us to the 24-yard line.
So far, South Warren has been as advertised. The number 3 team in the state. Solid on offense, solid on defense, solid on special teams. Can't really find a weakness with this group so far.
They gave us a little bit of weakness in early with those penalties. That's the only weakness I've seen. But this defense, Brad, is one of the best defenses I've seen. They are constantly jamming us up and preventing.
52 is tough, but so is Malik Butler, who's number 55 down there, the other defensive tackle. He is just as solid. And they've really got us well scouted. They had that screen pass snuffed out before Zach could even throw it. It's a good idea just to throw it into the dirt there.
You know, I'm watching right here in 61. Blake Taylor's the one most often matched up with 52. So, but Blake Taylor's doing a good job right there in the center of the line. So 2nd and 10, no gain, and we can't afford to go 3 and out and run no time off the clock. So we've talked about that. So adversity, what do we do in the heat offsides? Big start for us. That was Decker Wilden, 41.
Wilden.
Yeah, that was an easy one to see up here. You know, we just want to challenge ourselves. We want to make it, 2nd and 15. 2nd and 10 is too easy. Let's make it 2nd and 15.
You know, I think that's been the problem this whole time is that we haven't had a 2nd and 15. So here we go.
Here we go. Let's just give us something new tonight.
15. That's our lucky number.
All right, here we go. One wide receiver left, one right. Just take a deep shot again. Let's see what happens right here. Zach Anderson, put it in his hands. There we go. Over the middle. Decker. Oh! Had him for the first down. Sort of got twisted up there, but that was a good pass by Zach and almost a great catch by Decker. But that would have been huge.
That was really what we needed to get us going. Decker was wide open. Nice play fake. Defender right in Zach's face. Made a good throw. That's a catch you got to have. It's a little bit high, but that's one you got to have if you want to pull out a game like this.
3rd and 15, so very few seconds off the clock. Incomplete pass, false start, incomplete pass. Mr. Anderson, do something great right here and get us a first down. Fakes inside handoff. They broke right through, and he just had to throw it in the ground.
Had 2 or 3 of them right in his face.
He couldn't do anything right there, so I don't know whether.
I think the ref threw a flag, too. They're pointing at something.
They're trying to say intentional grounding.
They might have called intentional grounding there.
I think he showed him, hey, Case and Brock was right there. Number 8 was right there.
He must have changed his mind.
He did.
He must have changed his mind.
That's what Zach was telling him. I had a receiver in the area. And he made the right decision right there. That was a life move to keep him as our quarterback.
Yeah, as soon as he looked up, there was 2 white jerseys right in his face.
Whoa, barely get that
close.
bad boy off. And he gets, he touches that one if we can blow him up. Oh, my gosh, that was almost as a play we needed.
He was fortunate.
Okay.
Still not a bad punt to put him at the 40, but you've got to hold them here. If they score here, get the ball back, start the second half, it could be 28-0 before we're able to touch the ball.
Well, I hope 21-0 because they get 14 points if you.
Well, I mean, like, I'm saying they score here and then score at the start of the second half.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, I know some math. My wife's a math teacher.
You're not just social studies.
No.
Yeah, Melissa's a great math teacher, not just a math teacher.
Looks like they had a penalty for a personal foul and sportsmanlike conduct, too, so they'll back 15 yards up a little further. So they won't start at the 37. They'll start at the 22.
Are we walking it off right here? That's a good eye, calling that one off. So mark off 15. He's taking those perfect 1-yard steps, 3 foot at a time, and taking it down to the 22. I would take, at this point right now, 14-0.
Yep.
Because I don't think it can be any better than that right now for us going into halftime.
Still 3.5 minutes. You know, the only thing better would be a turnover. But, yeah, I'd settle for 14-0 going into half, readjust, make a couple of adjustments.
Oh, 72.
Big hit,
Connor
Grizz.
Blevins. Grizz coming
I'll tell you what, that is one guy I would not want to get hit coming across the middle like that.
He just got the bear claw. So Big Grizz taking him out right there, coming across the middle. So a lot of hustle out of him. So a gain of 2, 2nd and 8. Can we make a big play here?
That boy will remember that later on tonight.
He'll feel that.
His quarterback threw that one.
All right, Grizz, make something happen right here on the line, baby. Lining right up over the nose tackle. Grizz coming in, fake, handoff, and wide open to the outside. And Toby Wright misses a tackle, and this one has to be finally tackled by?
Caden Carrier.
Is that Caden Carrier?
I think so.
Yeah, number 14 on the tackle. So right at the first down marker.
Toby wasn't able to make that play, but he did force him back to the inside where he had some help waiting. So although he missed the tackle, he didn't gain too much more after that.
And, of course, they get exactly 9 yards to make it a first down. So 1st and 10 Spartans with 2:20 left in the first half. Here we go. South Warren, 1 wide receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Dropping back, looking, driving on him, and big, missed tackle. But right here, Caden Carrier comes and wraps him up.
Yeah, Kaysen missed the first one, but second time in a row, Caden's come and cleaned it up.
I think that's Chris Desarn, number 9.
Oh, was
the
it?
Tackle.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Sometimes the way those jerseys are made, 9, 8, 6, they kind of look the same.
So 2nd and 4, a gain of 6, but nice help there on the tackle. 9 and 14 come over to get things done. Handoff coming to the inside and gang tackled. Looks
Much
like
better job on the run fit this time.
Gain of 2, maybe 3.
Forcing another 3rd down, keeps the clock moving.
Looks like that's Decker Wilden among others.
Colton Kane in there.
Colton Kane, I'm not.
Man with the boots.
Colton Kane's in there. Yeah, I'm not got to call his name much tonight at all, but he's had several good games, and like you said, playing on a broken foot, man, he's tough.
I can't imagine. Especially playing football. Maybe some other sport on a broke foot, but football.
Oh, he's offside. We got lucky with that one. I thought Colton jumped. Colton did jump. Did they catch him?
Oh,
Yep.
they got the offensive line.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay, good job. I thought Colton had jumped a little bit early.
It looked like our line, but I guess they were drawn off by somebody flinching on the offensive line. Hey, we'll take it.
We will definitely take it. A minute 20. We just want to get out of this half and be able to have Coach Burns go in there and pump our guys up and make some adjustments. But, man, this is a tall task. This will be almost like climbing Mount Everest without snow gear. So we will see what we can do here for South Warren. But very well-coached team, big boys, good size, but very fundamentally sound team.
Well,
Another false start?
That was on them for sure.
Another false start. Thank you, South Warren. Back them up 5 more. Maybe they just think they need a challenge, Brad.
What does that make?
Third
and 11 now?
3rd and 11.
You know,
okay.
3rd and 11 always was more impressive than 3rd and 1 if you picked it up. So maybe that's what they're thinking.
I like it a whole lot better for our defense.
Me too.
3rd and 1. Minute 20 left, 3rd and 11. South Warren on their own 31. Maroons
I don't
trying
know
to get
who
the
wants
ball
to
back.
play Sandstorm here. This isn't South Carolina.
Little bubble screen over to number 2. No, they're coming back to number 1 over here trying to set up the blockers. And no way. Missed some big tackles right
slippery.
there. Very slippery.
They set that up well. Everybody, you got number 2 going right. Everybody starts to look that way. Come back to the left to number 1.
Well, we had at least 2 missed tackles there, and Brian Ford had to come over from his linebacker spot to wipe him up right there to catch it. But good play design, but a couple missed tackles gives them a first down. So dropping back, looking inside, and
number 1 again.
Knocked him out of bounds.
Out of bounds this time.
So that was number 0, Boone Gobby with the tackle. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4. 55 seconds to go. Can we keep them out of the end zone before halftime? Man, we are playing 15 yards off number 1 over there, or actually on the other side.
They're really spreading us out here with this 4x1 look.
Good catch. 12 has got some hands right there. I'm telling you, that's not easy. Griffin Reynolds, the tight end, made that look easy.
Number 7, Camden Page, making that throw. It doesn't pick up a lot of yards, but it covers a lot of ground, throwing all the way from one hash almost to the sideline. And he's throwing it on a rope.
That only took 4 seconds.
Of course, we're giving them a lot underneath here, but they keep catching it and running out of bounds, and they still got plenty of time to keep doing that as much as they want all the way down to the end zone.
I'm going to say this is a handoff. I'm going to say they mix it up. I'm going to say it goes to number 2 here, Caden York. Nope. Dropping back. Ooh. And I don't
That was well defended. He tried to fit that in, but there was 3 black jerseys over there.
Their O-line is giving him plenty of protection. I've not seen us really break through and make him make some tough decisions.
Well, you can tell how nervous number 1 and number 2 makes us that we're getting so many guys in the secondary and not really trying to even pass rush. We've got 3 down linemen. The 3 linebackers are spread out. A lot of zone coverage underneath. Just trying to make sure we're able to come up and rally and tackle if they do catch one underneath. Looks like a blitz here, though.
Coming in, short play, and another drop pass. So we'll take that. So that one should have been caught. So that was actually number 1 that dropped that one. Their all-star, Jake
we'll take
Carter.
it when we can get it.
Yeah. He was probably looking to turn up field real quick because, your head's in the backfield and you got to find the sideline. So that was just a little error on his part. But
Got another 3rd and 10 here, though.
If we can stop them here and punt, I would gladly just take a knee to get to the second half.
Yeah, I think so. Just getting into the half, clearing our heads, only being down 14. Hey, you're still right in the game. 14 points is not insurmountable. We were down by 30, and we came back and made it a game last week. Well, he's offsides again.
Another false start or offsides?
Yeah, that's on false start on number 2 that time. Fell out of his stance.
Look at Brad Woodcock with those eyes up here ready to point that out to the fans.
That's why I got these glasses. That's why I got these glasses right here.
Maybe I need that same exact pair for me. I mean, I'm getting older, Brad. Things are starting to
my wife doesn't wear glasses, and she has worse eyesight than I do. So if you meet her on the road, get over as fast as you can.
If you're together, do you drive or does Melissa
Every time
drive?
I'm driving. I don't let her drive anywhere.
So you're safe if the family's together.
Well, I take that back. I drove because I let her drive today because I was watching the Ryder Cup.
Running out. We got some pressure on him going deep to the sideline and
force
out of
him out.
bounds.
Great force out over there. Who was that? Number
Wright.
5, Toby Wright. Great force out, making sure that's incomplete. It'll be an interesting decision here from South Warren. I would think they're going to punt it, but
I would get
getting
the ball back and the way their defense played. I would definitely.
No reason to give us good field position.
No, not at all. So.
Maybe I was just kind of hopeful they would go for it, and maybe we could get it near midfield.
39 seconds left, fans. 14-0. South Warren is the real deal. You're seeing a team that's going to contend for the Class 6A title this season. Very impressed. That's all I can say so far. Very impressed with this team. Dropping back, going to punt, and a good one. Good hang time, and
both their punts today have been.
Get in the end zone. And look here, we take a knee now at the 1 yard line. There's no question about it.
We might have to QB sneak it just to keep it out of the end zone.
That is true. So I don't know if he's got room to take a knee. And it is exactly at the 1 yard line. So like you said, there may not be any room right there. So I'm probably bringing the house.
We've talked about how they're really solid in 3 phases. Their punters only punted it twice. Both times have been high hang time punts. One, Winnie almost dropped down here, and they had good coverage on it. And this time all the way down to the 1.
Brad, I stand corrected. That's a half-yard line. So like you said,
I think they might just sneak it.
I probably put Kaysen in there in the Wildcat and try to push him through. So we got a fullback
they're
back
starting
here.
They're starting in the eye, so we'll see what they do.
Oh, my gosh, this could be a safety. This is dangerous right here. So we do have a fullback and trying to come in and bust it, and
he got out. They might take a timeout and try to make us do it again.
I'd make us run another play.
If he got to the 2, he's got enough room to take a knee.
Looks like it got 1.5. He gained a yard.
They're letting it run down.
Okay. Fans, stay tuned. We're going to have thoughts with Coach Burns here with Madison Spurlock. So this will be short and quick, as I'm sure he's ready to get in the locker room.
Coach, thoughts on the first half?
Defensively, I thought we played pretty well. We've given up the 2 big plays, the halfback pass and the reverse. Other than that, we've played pretty good. Offensively, we've got to figure something out. We're not able to move the ball. They're being really disruptive. But it's we got 24 minutes to go win. Thank you.
Good luck. Hi, my name's Madison Spurlock.
Hi, my name's Caden Carey. My name's Levi Bashirs. I'm Brody Johnson.
The first question I'm going to ask is, who's most likely to get pancaked by a middle schooler?
Tristan Bowling. Jamison Wilburn. Aiden Stringer.
What's the most embarrassing thing you've done on the field?
Tripped over my shoelaces. I'll say the same thing, tripped over my shoelaces. Tripping.
If your coach had a catchphrase, what would it be?
Get on the line. Run it again. No brother lying.
Who would you pick on the team to be your best man at your wedding?
Kevin Perez. Probably Cohen Finley. And Colton Kane.
If the whole team was in a horror movie, who dies first and who survives to the end?
Blake Gifford dies first, and Ethan Moody survives to the end.
Andrew Cash dies first, and Boone Godby survives.
Tristan Clark dies first, and Andrew Adonias survives.
And that's the Maroon Minute.
Looking for a taste of home? Look no further than Ruckles in Eubank, Kentucky. With all-you-can-eat specials throughout the week and a tempting array of vegetarian dishes, Ruckles has something for every palate. From classic comfort foods to exciting culinary creations, Ruckles is where memories are made over delicious meals. So come visit us today at 192 KY 70 in Eubank, Kentucky. We're open during the week till 9 p.m. Ruckles, where every bite feels like coming home. Call us now for any of your catering needs at 606-379-6400. Ruckles.
If you're looking for your next fundraiser, school merch, custom embroidery, or screen printing, choose Magic Monograms. Magic Monograms can customize hats, blankets, backpacks, and shirts for your business, fundraiser, or next event. Contact Magic Monograms today at 606-679-3535 or visit them at 110 Creek Terrace behind Cabana in Somerset.
When it comes to building structures that stand the test of time, there's only one name you need to know. Todd Steel Buildings, located in Somerset, Kentucky. At Todd Steel Buildings, we're dedicated to providing top-quality pre-engineered metal buildings to meet all your needs. Our products are American-made, using only the finest materials and cutting-edge technology. Our team of experts design and manufacture each building with care and precision, ensuring that your structure will be durable, efficient, and cost-effective. Whether you're looking for a warehouse, industrial complex, agricultural building, or mini storages, Todd Steel Buildings has you covered. Our buildings are versatile, customizable, and designed to meet your specific requirements. Our customers trust us to deliver high-quality buildings that stand the test of time, and we're proud to say that we've never let them down. So if you want to build with confidence, choose Todd Steel Buildings. Contact us today and see what we can do for you.
All right, we are back, Brad. First half, total domination. That's all we can say about South Warren Spartans so far. So 14-0. What's your thoughts on the first half, and what can Coach Burns possibly do for the second half?
Well, I think you've got to be pretty positive about the fact you've not really beat yourself. We haven't had a lot of penalties, haven't really turned the ball over. You know, the first quarter we were right there. We were in the game the whole time. Second half they bust one big play, score a touchdown. They have really one drive, the last touchdown drive, where they were kind of methodical getting down the field. But so far your defense has been pretty good. You've tackled well in space. You've kept everything in front of you. You've been able to rally up and make tackles. So I think there's a lot to build on there. It's really just about getting that offense going. And, you know, so far we've tried some misdirection. That's not really worked. I'd like to see us get a little more vertical down the hash or down the seam. You know, we almost hit Decker Wilden for a big gain right down the seam. Parker Burton had the pass interference play right down the seam. I think that if we're going to beat them, that's where it's going to happen.
You know, absolutely. But we've also got to figure out, I don't know how Coach Burns is going to make it happen, but you saw the jailbreak that Zach Anderson had to worry about his life right there at the end of the quarter. So we've got to be able to give him some protection, because if you don't have at least 3 or 4 seconds to throw the ball, it's really tough to make a decision and get your wide receivers open. So what type of adjustments can we make maybe to give Zach some time?
Well, that's a great question. They've got a great defensive line, but one of our strengths is the offensive line, so I don't know if we just need to slide protection around a little bit, maybe keep a running back to chip on somebody that's coming. You know, there's a couple different things we can do, but you kind of hit on it. If we're going to make those vertical passes, Zach's going to have a little more time, that's for sure.
Exactly. You know, Kaysen started getting to going a little bit there in the second quarter and actually broke a 12-yard run and a 9-yard run on back-to-back plays. And then it seems like we sort of went between the tackles and got sort of stymied again. So this is the best I've ever seen a team play against number 8 and not let Kaysen Brock, because Kaysen Brock is a special talent. Kaysen is one of those that can change the game by himself. Just ask the Corbin Redhounds.
Yeah, I think South Warren knew that too coming in here. Sometimes you got to give a little credit to your opponent. South Warren well disciplined. We've been talking about it all night. Great in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams. They're not going to let Kaysen beat us tonight, I don't think. But if we can get maybe a screen pass or something to get him the ball in space, force them to tackle him when he's got a head of steam, he's definitely capable of busting one for us.
Winnie made a big play out there by making them to miss a tackle. We had all kinds of momentum on that drive starting the second quarter. 0-0, we got the ball at the 20-yard line for 2nd and 5 and went negative play, and then we barely missed a touchdown in the end zone. So we took a shot at Toby Wright right there that was probably 6-8 inches from being a touchdown.
Those missed opportunities, they're magnified when you play a team as good as South Warren. You might could get away with that against some of the other teams that we play, especially later on this season. But when you're playing the number 3 team in the state, a false start here that takes it from a 2nd and 10 to a 2nd and 15, that makes a big difference. So just trying to clean up those things. And just being a little sharper, I think, in the second half. There's plays to be made there that we almost had that we could build on, that maybe we could go down and get a touchdown here to start the second half.
Yeah, so we're coming out through there and, making adjustments. That's one of the best things that Coach Burns and this staff does. He's up one, I think, every second half that I follow this year. We've outscored the other team in the second half. That's going to be a tall task here with South Warren getting first ball to come out of here. And like you said, our defense has played really well. Minus, we had one big play there for 55 yards or whatever it was for.
Yeah, the little misdirection trap play that they had, that's really been the only big play they've had tonight.
So we're doing the right thing. We're making them march down the field and taking time off the clock. It's just that we're not sort of putting the pressure on them, because a lot of times when we get to the fourth quarter, our O-line just dominates because the other team is worn out. But their defense has been able to rest a lot tonight. When we go 3 and out, they're still going to be fresh in the second half, and we're not going to be used to that.
Yep, you're absolutely right. We were used to leaning on teams, like you said. Brady Hull, Grizz, they're so good at doing what they do, but this has been a real challenge for them tonight. They've got a lot of D1 prospects on that defensive line, so I think that we probably expect. I think that Burns probably expected that to some degree, but we just got to figure out something to bust a couple plays and try to flip this game around.
Okay, question for you. Can it get any louder here for the band so you and I can hear each other from just a few
I'm just
inches
impressed
apart?
that we can even have a conversation. It's probably good that they're that loud. I'm
Yeah.
sure that's exactly what Mr. Sexton wants. But it's kind of distracting.
And we do have our windows out here on the right-hand side, so that's a big part of it. With the windows in, it'd be different.
They sound great, though. They're doing a good job.
They do, and I can't imagine, well, I do imagine, the hours that they put in for these performances. It's more than any sports team could ever do.
Listen, you think football's tough, you think basketball's tough, come out here, watch the band get ready for band camp, out there on the pavement in July, 90-plus degree heat. It's rough. I don't know how they do it.
Hey, we need to do a public announcement here. Kids, get your cars moved in the afternoon, because band is practicing soon as school's over with. If we had $1 for every name that's been called so far after school to move a car.
Edgar Ramirez, please move your vehicle.
Move it now, Edgar, or lose it. So we're calling him out right now to get ready to move it.
Edgar and Katie Beth. I've heard Katie Beth's name a couple times too.
Well, Katie Beth was gone over to Northern riding with Jasmine that day.
You're going to have to get your car.
Here. So, yeah, I got to get my FPLA president to move her car out of there. So, speaking about that, Brad, we're coming up for the second half, and we've been talking about adjustments and different things that we can do. As a coach, obviously you and I are not football coaches, but what type of difference are we going to? You talked about some misdirection in there, but that D-line breaks through, and our O-line is doing a pretty good job, like you said, for some of the D1 players that they have. But when you try to make that with that type of pressure coming through, what type of adjustments can you really move? And you maybe talked about moving around some of your O-line or shifting things, but it's tough.
Well, it's hard when you need to bust a big play down the field, but you've got to keep a 6-person in to block, like a tight end or a running back, because you really need them out in the pattern running a route. So I don't know. I don't envy Coach Burns for having to make that call, but I'm sure they've got a plan to get things back in order.
One thing that I saw on there is generally when we go with trips right, sometimes that can throw some things off, but they're really not even worried about that bubble screen, does it seem like? Because when we tried to do that jet sweep, Case and Brock just got blown up. It's like they're coming full-fledged and they're attacking the run, and nobody don't have time to actually pass the ball. But I do feel like maybe we just need to get out some quick screens and try to block and see if you can miss a tackle or two like Winnie had earlier.
I mean, we just try whatever we can to make it work. But I'm sure we'll try something like that. And again, down the seams, something quick. We'll see if we're able to do something to start the second half here.
Hey, we've got our hero here, one of the OGs in the building. Jacob Morrow is here, so running everything. So here in just a second, how close are we to commercial? Who knows? Now, okay, fans, we'll be right back, so stay tuned.
At Citizens National Bank of Somerset, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. For over a century, our commitment has been simple: to put our customers first every single day. With 10 convenient locations, over 20 ATMs in South Central Kentucky, and a team that knows you by name, we're here to make banking easier, friendlier, and personal. Citizens National Bank, moving forward together because your goals, your dreams, and your community are ours too.
Careful, no over torque for if destroy railing. Who writes this stuff?
Hi, honey. How's it going?
Oh, it's going good. Really good.
It might be difficult to understand what you got yourself into when the box says some assembly required. But with a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent in every county, at least it's easy to get great insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Should be ready by the time she's in high school. Yeah.
All right, we're going back live right here. Good to see you, Nick. Here in just a second, we'll talk about the first half, but we're going to bring up a special picture here so we can talk about this for just a minute. So since it comes up, fans, we'll give you a little insight on this. I see it on yours, but I don't see it on mine for some reason, so it's sort of weird. Okay, if you say it's there, so fans, there are a picture up on the screen of two of our favorite people out here, PC Legends himself. So we've got the lovely Riley Hull, and we've got Connor Hargis, just got engaged. So you talk about a power couple.
I didn't even know that. They were
really?
breaking news. This
Oh,
is
really?
breaking news to
to
me.
you. So, yeah, now I see it up on the screen. So you get to see
Oh,
the rock
wow.
that Connor got her. So I was going to give him a shout-out. So at the bottom she says, "It's so good I get to marry my best friend. What a special night it's been. More pictures to come. I love you so much." So Brady's sister, Riley, the best softball player, and I'm sorry to every other softball player, but the best softball player to come through here.
Yeah,
and you were going to say a couple things about Riley.
We're really fond of Riley. She does hitting lessons for our daughter Hope, and she actually just last week had a hitting lesson on Wednesday after school. Thursday we played a game. Hope hit a home run. So you can't get more effective. You can't get more effective than that.
Results. People, if you want your daughter to be great at softball.
Listen, and she just started doing real estate too. So if you've got a house for sale here in Pulaski County,
so she does house and hitting lessons.
I'll plug her, and I've got to plug TJ Mounts too because he just got his real estate license.
Well,
so
we had
you can't go wrong.
TJ Mounts' steps. No, who do we have earlier?
We have JD.
JD's.
Hansford's.
Okay,
Yeah.
so TJ's one of your boys, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And he does
Fantasy football
auctions
league with you?
Yeah, he does the fantasy
That's what I
football league.
thought.
We actually did our fantasy football league draft at his house this year.
I thought you always made food and it was at your house.
I did, but with the baby, we just have a lot of people. We just have not enough room at the house right now. So,
well, at some point in time, James Murray has to come over because I've heard that your smoking of the meats
anytime.
is world class. Cody Wesley
I don't know
says
about world class.
He says it's amazing, and that's coming from
well,
our sister.
I paid him to say that. So
I get to spend too much time on him on the bus ramp. But seriously, Connor and Riley, congratulations, and what a great family.
Connor actually goes to my brother's church. My brother's a pastor at Whetstone Baptist, and the Hargises all go out there. So we're pretty close to the Hargises.
You know what? If we go back through all the time, and we got extended halftime, they just added 3 minutes on there for us, Brad. But the Hargises, Have we had a better set of athletic brothers that's come through the school system with 4 of them coming through and playing the various sports and making the differences that they've made for PC?
I can't think of one with 4. The Cohens are pretty good with why their names just escape me. Who do we got this year?
Broderick and Cohen?
Broderick and Cohen. I guess not the Cohens then, but
the Finleys.
But Broderick and
West,
the Finleys.
West
right.
Junior
That's
1
right.
and West Junior 2. Yes.
But as far as having 4 of them, and they've all been great basketball players, baseball players, I don't think that
Football player. Connor Hargis was one of my very favorite linebackers to ever play. Him and Mason Helton and Jackson Mobley and a whole bunch of crew. But Connor, man, when he hit you, you knew about it. I mean, he laid people out.
My wife just calls them copy paste because they all look exactly alike. And there's just another one to take the place of the last one. So.
I've got to say that Colby would probably take offense to that, to say the brothers look like him, because supposedly Colby is the best looking one. That's not coming from James Murray. It's coming from other people. Connor, I mean, you're right there too. The 2 older brothers, have got to be better than the younger brothers. But Cameron Hargis and the whole crew. But Cameron was so fun to watch, him and Hollywood in basketball and winning that regional title, and just the heart and hustle that they brought to the court, the hard. Well, we've been blessed with football and basketball royalty here over the past
They're
few
just
years.
great kids too, and Cade is just fearless. Like, I don't think he's afraid of anything really.
Cade stepped up and played great in the regional tournament last year. Matter of fact, over at Lincoln County, I thought he was the best player on the floor.
The semifinal game for sure, because we weren't playing as well as we could have, but he had a great game and kept us in that game all the way down the stretch. So
absolutely
looking forward to him playing again this year. I bet he's in for a big year.
Okay, I guess we gave the Hargises enough love, and maybe the Hulls enough love too. But that's going to be awesome to have Riley Hull Hargis. I'd just probably hyphenate that name, Hull Hargis.
There you go. That way, since she's doing real estate now too, that way everybody remembers exactly who she is, and they don't get it messed up. That way she doesn't have to explain anything to her kids when she comes into the gym here and she sees her name on the banners. She doesn't have to explain why that actually is her.
Maybe she needs to come call a softball game with us this year. And now that Tom and Jacob and the crew last year hooked us up with the outfield cam, man, it's amazing what they've done with softball and baseball last year. I don't know if you're able to see the difference, but we used to just have 1 camera. Now we got 2 cameras, and it's pretty amazing with the difference.
I am amazed. Every time I come up here, there's new hardware. It's fancier. It's almost ESPN up here.
Oh, almost for sure. These kids are definitely extra special with things.
These kids are great. There's so much going on behind the scenes. I wish that you all at home could really see it, like a sneak peek. It'd probably be a good idea if you just have somebody just to film like all the chaos up here. And then we're just sitting here cool as cucumbers just calling a football game.
That would be pretty cool to have a behind-the-scenes footage and not like live stream it, but have it later on to show.
And they're the real stars of everything anyway.
Amen to that. So here we go, ready for kickoff for the 3rd quarter. But unfortunately, Brad, we got to kick it away. So 14-0, and the one thing we can't have is a touchdown here to go down 21-0 to a team this good. So I'm interested to see if we can get a 3 and out and get the ball back and see what Josh Roberts and crew can cook
Well,
up.
the defense has played well. And really, it might be a play on defense that jumpstarts our performance here in the second half. Offense has had trouble getting it going. Defense has got a fumble in the first half. If we can get another fumble in plus territory, get a turnover of some kind, hold them, maybe get a good punt return, maybe that gets us going.
I'm looking at this SWHS, and I'm thinking that's Southwestern High School for things, but it's definitely South Warren High School, so we're not throwing any orange or blue up there.
They should just put dragons
look
or
at
something
those graphics.
instead of it. Does.
Tell me if graphics get any better than that, Brad Woodcock.
I've not seen anything better. ESPN would love to have graphics that good.
So if you're out there watching and you're a business, you can come and advertise with us at any time, but you cannot steal my main man, Tom Hemingway, because you can't pay him enough money because, I mean, the salary he gets here is stupendous. But if you
nice tackle by Brian Ford there on the.
If you start talking 6 figures, though, would let him go. Would let him go if you start talking 6 figures. I'll just have to move on.
We'll just have to talk to his agent, do some collective bargaining.
Yeah, you and I will be his agent. So, TH Media 2.0, the Big Bronx. That's what we'll call it, the Big Bronx Media Outlet. He's a big Yankees fan. So at least he likes a good team. I'm Reds, dude. My heart's broke every year, so I don't want to talk about it.
I remember when the Yankees were good. It was way before he was born.
Tough. straight up the middle and running over people right there. But a good tackle right here. But after a big game, and once again, number 5. I mean, it's going to be hard for me not to put Toby right at the top of our defensive player of the day. And we still got a half to go. But
He's been everywhere.
Toby has played a really good game tonight.
He's got to have 5 or 6 tackles already. Had the big force out on one of the last drives of the second half.
First and 10, South Warren at their own 48-yard line. Fake handoff, quick screen, and
There he is
blown
again.
up over there. Toby
There
Wright.
he is again.
Good tackle.
He's been up to the task tonight. Number 1 he's got a lot of touches, but he's not really got loose, and a lot of the reason is because Toby's been there every time he's caught the ball.
Toby's playing a really good game, Brad. And you know, Corbin, I don't remember calling his name over one time, and tonight I felt like I've said it 12 or 14 times already. So,
Like I said, he's got to have at least 5 or 6, maybe 7 or 8 tackles. No, just no, not 6 or 7.
second 5 straight up the middle and breaks some
Oh,
time.
man.
How'd he get out of that? That's another big play, and that's probably going to be a touchdown. Too much speed. And number 2 for the touchdown. His third one of the night.
That is his 3rd touchdown tonight.
That
he just we had people on him, and he just bounced off of him and then hit the sideline.
Well, I thought Maddox Dunaway had him right there, number 11, early, and he broke through some tackles and
I
come
think
out
it
to the
was
outside.
Caden Carrier
Caden
crashing
Carrier?
from the opposite
Okay.
side, had a hand on him, but he's just too slippery.
So 20-0, 1 minute and 14 seconds they score on us, Brad, out of halftime. Not what Coach Burns and the doctors ordered for sure. Now, I don't know. I think maybe now we're playing for pride the rest of this game because it's going to be tough to put up 21 on this team.
Well, you know, at the end of the day, you want to win every game that you play, but ultimately, before district play, before the playoffs, everything's kind of almost like a glorified scrimmage to some degree. So you're just trying to find out what could work for you, trying to find something that you can build on, that you could carry on into, you know, district play starting soon with South Laurel coming in here. You know, those are the games that really count for something, for seeding and all that. So as bad as you want to win this game, ultimately just figuring out where you're at and trying to find things that are going to work for the rest of the season is probably more important in the long run.
All right, 21-0. The Spartans are about ready to kick off to us. Caden Carrier, see if he can do something big for us, or Toby Wright, or whoever other deep man is back here. Looks like Winnie Ford, so we've got to kick it to one of the 3 special teams players here. If we ever needed anything, Brad, we needed this drive. Goes deep, going to Caden Carrier. Picks it up again, 4-yard line. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Block him. Nice, stay on your feet.
arm.
40, 45.
There you go. And that could be the jump start that we need. But like you said, if it's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Caden Carry on Wayward Son Carrier makes a big play there. So what band is that, Brad Woodcock? Carry on Wayward Son?
That is.
Uh-oh. I'm testing his 80s knowledge.
It's Kansas.
Kansas. Okay, you get an A+. A+ for Brad Woodcock.
For some reason, Blue Oyster Cult was running through my mind. I was like, that's not it. That's not right. That's
Oh,
not the
no,
right
we've
song.
got a holding flag. It's coming all the way back.
Oh,
45-yard line is taking them all the way back to the 8 or 7-yard line. 8-yard line. What a terrible blow for us. 37 yards.
That's a
negated on the
37-yard penalty.
Zach dropping back, a little screen
Better
pass.
protection that time.
Kason Brock trying to get it outside, and good hit. And
that's what we talked about at halftime, trying to get Kason Brock the ball in space, get him moving, head full of steam, and then have them try to tackle him when he's moving instead of tackling him in the backfield.
Brad, I want you to look at the D-line here and see if I'm overlooking something. But I seen 52 on this left side of the D-line a second ago, and nobody else on that side. It's almost like he had 2 or 3 players on the left-hand side of the line. Now it's 20s up there.
Well, it looks like they're kind of balancing it depending on what hash they're on. But, yeah, he's pretty much the only one on the left side this
See,
time.
now look at the opening on the right-hand side. 20 just comes right up the line, so good feet, good carry, and still coming up and pushing, and the first down.
That's
the big
a
Hoss
hard run there by Kason Brock.
But I don't know if they're seeing that or not, but that right-hand side of the line is open right now. They are hard selling our left, but the O-line's right-hand side of the line is open.
Yeah, we'll see if they try to exploit it here.
So keep watching this right-hand side of the line right here. It's like they're crashing that left side of the line, of the offensive line, and the right side.
I noticed they've moved Winston Ford a little closer to the end of the line,
look
maybe
here.
to help
Look
with
on
pass
that
protection.
right-hand side. Three's only one on this side. Oh, right in his hands.
That's one you got to have. That's
Boone
Boone's
Gobby.
gotta- that's 2 drops that Zach's receivers have had for him tonight. Decker had one down the seam. I think Boone saw that there was about 3 white shirts around him, and he was trying to figure out which one was going to hit him first before he caught that one.
Yeah, Zach can't do much more than put it right where he put it at right then. So receivers got to step up and give me a little bit of help right here if we're going to be able to drive the ball down the field.
Big difference between 2nd and 1 and 2nd and 10.
Especially against this defense. Here we go, dropping back. Zach takes it, fakes to the right, and throws it to nobody. Miscommunication
I'm
right
not
there.
sure if that was a miscommunication or if he just heard footsteps because there was somebody coming down on the back side of him there.
I really think that's miscommunication between him and Cohen. I think he expected Cohen to do one thing and Cohen did something different. So I do think that.
Yeah, he was signaling. He was signaling to Cohen there that I guess he wanted him to go out instead of running the jet there.
So 3rd and 10, Brad, 21-0, and we may have to punt again. We need something to get this fan base excited and make a move down the field. So we got a little action right here coming, rolling him to the right, throwing deep, throwing up. Can he go get it? And Parker, in his hands.
That's another one. That would have been a tough catch, but again, your quarterback put it on your hands. You got to make that play. That's 3 drops now from different receivers tonight. And again, those mistakes are magnified when you play a team like South Warren because they're so good. They don't give you any margin for error. You've got to come up with plays like that if you want to win.
Did you ever see the little NFL thing where when Caleb Williams got drafted to the Bears, he texted like the punter within like the first week, and he said, "You're not going to have very much work to do." And then they tracked it, and like last week he had the most punts in the NFL since Caleb Williams became the starting quarterback. All right, short punt goes out of bounds at the 44-yard line. 42-yard line. Defense really has to step right here. Offense just hasn't been able to do much more than – what was our longest drive? Do we have 2 first downs or 3 first downs?
I think we had 3. We got inside the red zone.
One was with via penalty,
yeah.
and the other 2 were runs.
We had the play we had Winston's long play and the pass interference on that drive. And that it might have just been 2 first downs, really.
Well, for all of our Reds fans, they were losing once again to the Brewers. So, any dreams of playoffs, just don't do it.
How many more games do they have left?
3 this
Just
weekend
3?
series. Down 1 game.
Are they still a game back?
Yep. Dropping back, handoff, and wide
No one's
open.
over
Nobody
here
on this
time.
side
Not
of the
a
field.
good run fit that time.
We got a flag right here.
Well, maybe there's a reason there wasn't anybody over there.
So who made our tackle right here? Picking him up, number 9. So that was Chris Desarn in on the tackle. So
shout out to Miss Damrell at school.
That is Miss Damrell's
That's her son,
right?
yep.
Yeah. She said to give Chris some love on the air. So
there you
Brad
go.
Wilcock is. But
Made the tackle. Unfortunately, it won't count because we're going back 10 yards, but he did make it.
he looks like he's a little gimpy right now the way he's walking off that tackle. But I'm sure everybody plays
he's
hard.
just tightening up those armbands.
The best defense we've had all night against them has been holding calls. And they clean that up, and they're going to be stouter than they already are, to say the least. Okay, 1st and 20 for the Trojans. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 man in the backfield. And a little swing toss, blocking, and we're all over that. So 42 among others coming up for the tackle. So He-Man,
A whole bunch of people
Chris
in on that
Desarn,
tackle.
and
54, 42.
Brody Johnson, He-Man, and others.
That was a well scouted play that time.
Okay, still got 7 yards on the play, so they'll take it. Technically, I guess they got 6 on the screen, so 2nd and 14, a little more manageable than 1st and 20. So, but we definitely need to make this stop when you get them at 1st and 20. What's weird tonight is exactly no breeze at all. So there's absolutely no wind affecting anything. Dropping back, 19's in the rolling, looking to get loose, lays it deep.
He's got a man.
Hits him.
I tell you what, they've got 2 quarterbacks. They've played 7. 7's ran him down the field. They put 19 in. He keeps it rolling too. Just kind of almost an embarrassment of riches over there. They keep rolling new wide receivers and running backs in and quarterbacks. It doesn't seem like they drop anything either. We got a timeout, Pulaski here. Burns was not happy on the sideline after that one.
All right, let's thank a sponsor and come right back.
Looking for a taste of home? Look no further than Ruckles in Eubank, Kentucky. With all-you-can-eat specials throughout the week and a tempting array of vegetarian dishes, Ruckles has something for every palate. From classic comfort foods to exciting culinary creations, Ruckles is where memories are made over delicious meals. So come visit us today at 192 KY 70 in Eubank, Kentucky. We're open during the week till 9 p.m. Ruckles, where every bite feels like coming home. Call us now for any of your catering needs at 606-379-6400. Ruckles.
All right, we are back. Lucian Deaton just gave the Red fans an update. The Mets are losing to the Marlins 6-2. So the Reds, all they have to do is win, and they got the tiebreaker, and technically they would be in the playoffs with 2 to go. But they can't beat the Brewers. They can't beat the Pirates. Brewers are good,
The
but
Brewers
the Pirates
are pretty
sorry,
good.
And they beat us every year. Here we go. 19 back in. Bell drops back, looks deep. Got him wide open. Oh, dropped it. Number 1, like you have said, Jake Carter has some speed.
Yeah, he just was pulling away in the secondary. I'm surprised he didn't come up with that one. Quarterback hit him right in the hands.
If I'm Chase Bell right now, I'm like, Jake Carter, you owe me dinner somewhere or another because you took a touchdown for my passing stats.
But again, they've got 2 quarterbacks. You don't see that a lot at high school level, playing 2 quarterbacks in the same game.
Hey, listen, in this 19, Chase Bell is only a sophomore.
Just a sophomore.
So the other one's a senior, so he gets to come back for 2 years, and he looks great back in the pocket. So here we go, coming back, and I'll just give more of him. So RPO, dancing around in the middle, and you can't dance in the pocket like that. So he's got hold up right there, Caden Carrier.
Again. I'll tell you what, guys in the secondary really stepped up. With Will Adams out, I know they had to shift some things around back there, but Toby Wright's been really good. Caden Carrier's been good. Boone Gobby's been in on a few plays. So I feel like if you're Burns, you got to be at least relatively happy with the way that group's played, considering the challenge they had tonight.
I like the word relatively. So what does relatively mean? Partially happy?
I mean, tonight he's
happy?
not going to be happy. Tonight after the game, he's not going to be happy. But I think come Monday, when he puts this game to rest, finishes up with his film mark, I think that
all kinds of time, nobody's getting through, and wide open for a touchdown.
Right on the button that time. Number 12.
I mean,
Griffin Reynolds.
He's got so much time to pass there. That was at least 7 seconds for guys.
You know, that might be the Jet McEwen effect here. We've not been able to generate any pass rush tonight, and any time that they've dropped back to throw, the quarterbacks had as much time as they needed to scan the field and find somebody open. And again, you let a team like this stand back there and make their reads, they're going to find somebody open. It's inevitable.
And it's up, and it's good, and it's 28-0.
At Citizens National Bank of Somerset, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. For over a century, our commitment has been simple, to put our customers first every single day. With 10 convenient locations, over 20 ATMs in South Central Kentucky, and a team that knows you by name, we're here to make banking easier, friendlier, and personal. Citizens National Bank, moving forward together because your goals, your dreams, and your community are ours too. If you're looking for your next fundraiser, school merch, custom embroidery, or screen printing, choose Magic Monograms. Magic Monograms can customize hats, blankets, backpacks, and shirts for your business, fundraiser, or next event. Contact Magic Monograms today at 606-679-3535 or visit them at 110 Creek Terrace behind Cabana in Somerset.
We are back 28-0, getting dominated here. So I just want to see some fight here, Brad. I want to see if we can't score a couple touchdowns here before the game's over with. But it's going to take some coaching and some players to make some difference. So Caden Carrier at the 2, 10, 15, 20, and 23.
Got him by the shoestring. I thought he was about to break it there.
He's got hurt. He's shaking up.
I tell you what, he went down hard on that turf. That don't feel good.
Anytime you punch the turf, it's not a good thing. So, fans, I'm going to go back to a commercial and give you an update on the injury when we get back.
Fraley Lawn Care, Concrete, and Landscaping. It's your one-stop shopping for all of your outdoor home care needs. Call us for sidewalks, driveways, pressure washing, edging, landscaping, and more. Be the envy of all of your neighbors. Call Fraley Lawn Care, Concrete, and Landscaping today at 687-7221. That's Fraley Lawn Care, Concrete, and Landscaping, 687-7221. Be the envy of all of your neighbors.
Not everyone starts a business the same way,
Buys a home the same way.
Buys a car the same way.
but everybody likes a smooth and fast.
Loan application process.
UCB's new online loan application makes it
Easier and faster than ever to borrow the money you need.
Go to UnitedCumberland.com and find the Lending Services tab.
Depending on your situation, you could complete nearly the entire process
without ever having to come into the bank.
without ever having to come into the bank.
Without ever having to come into the bank.
Looking for a taste of home? Look no further than Ruckles in Eubank, Kentucky. With all-you-can-eat specials throughout the week and a tempting array of vegetarian dishes, Ruckles has something for every palate. From classic comfort foods to exciting culinary creations, Ruckles is where memories are made over delicious meals. So come visit us today at 192 KY 70 in Eubank, Kentucky. We're open during the week till 9 p.m. Ruckles, where every bite feels like coming home. Call us now for any of your catering needs at 606-379-6400. Ruckles.
All right, Brad, looks like they've got him off the field, still helping him out over here. So, fans, it looks like it's something to do with the left leg. So, we don't know if it's an ankle or Achilles, but let's hope for an ankle.
Yeah, hopefully it's nothing major.
Thoughts are with you, my man. I hope it's something minor. And but Katie's here taking care of him. Zach's looking to run, tucks it up, and takes it for 5.
Yeah, 4 or 5 there. That might be the dimension of the game that we need to add a little bit more of. When we drop back and the defense gets kind of spread out, maybe Zach tucks it and runs a little bit.
But I don't know if that's just been there all night.
It may not have.
Because he usually finds a lane pretty good. So
he's not had a lot of time to make decisions tonight. That's been one of the problems.
2nd and 6 after a gain of 4. Fake handoff, screen pass, and just not there. He didn't have time.
Somebody right in his face again.
Within a second, they're there, and he's having to try to throw a sidearm to make the pass over there, and they're just getting through our O-line and putting pressure on Zach, and he has nowhere to go with it. And like you said, the decision time.
Non-existent. I think that coming into the game, I think that the Maroons were pretty confident their offensive line was going to hold up against South Warren's defensive line, but so far,
Cohen Finley brings it in,
catch.
Breaks a tackle, goes up through there, first down. Good strong arms.
That's what we've needed, though, the wide receiver to finally step up and make a play. That's one of the first times that we've had a lot of coverage on us and still been able to make the catch.
Lucian said middle of the 4th, Reds are tied 1-1, so I envision him right now to have Marine Sports Network on one screen.
You just told me the Reds weren't going to score, and they did.
Well, I'm surprised.
That's just the Reds' defeatism.
And then he's got the Reds and Brewers on another screen. So that's what I imagine right now. I'm matching 2 screens at home and the Deaton Den going on at the same time. So here we go. Hand off to Kaysen. Kaysen's breaks a tackle, comes up through there, and good strong run for a gain of 6.
Finally had a sliver of space that time.
That's a good run. That's a good jump cut in the middle. So it looks like a gain of 5 officially, so 2nd and 5. Let's see if we can get
There's a
something.
big difference between 2nd and 5 and 2nd and 11. I think that if we were able to get ahead of the chains a little bit earlier in the game, I think some of our drives probably look a little bit different.
We should never have a photographer down here on the sideline wearing purple and white. So, I don't know. We need to kick out.
That's a disgrace. That's a disgrace.
Drop it back. Zach looking. He's got time. Pump fake. Going deep for Cohen. Cohen in. Oh.
I tell you what, he turned into a DB again there. Because the DB had a perfect position on that, but Cohen made sure to come over the top and make sure that he didn't get that interception.
He finally had time to do a pump fake right there and get that up in the air.
Yeah, part of the problem's been that their defense has not bid on anything that we've tried to fake, any kind of end around or reverse, or anytime we've tried to play action and boot in any one direction. They've always been sound and been right where they need to be. It's been that way all night.
You know, I was looking at the schedule, and they pretty much played Bryan Station about the same way we did as far as offense and defense, and here we are, and they look like one of the best defensive teams I've seen. And so maybe they fixed some things, but here we are. He's got some time. Straight up the middle, and Zach tries to run over some people. So now you go for it. Now
you got
it's
a 4th. You got a 4th and manageable here. You're down 28-0. What do you got to lose? Roll the dice. See what we can get.
You got absolutely nothing to lose. So I felt like that's a little bit of a bad spot there. I thought he's more like 4th and a half a yard, but I guess maybe the knee
4th and a
football
full
went down. But that is a long yard, Brad. Big play here for the Maroons. Let's see if
it's
we
not
get
the longest yard, though.
No,
that's a movie with Adam Sandler.
Or the original back in the day.
Or the original.
Boom, straight up the middle. Case and
Ooh,
Brock.
he's close. I don't know if he got it. I don't think he got it.
I think he did.
They're going to bring out the chains from the far official. Near official looks a little better.
Yeah, I was trying to look at the near.
I still think I don't think they've given it to us. I'd like to see a replay on that. Yeah,
well, they're not even going to measure it. How can you not even measure it? That marker over there is not all the way on the hash mark, and the ball neither is one. So, yeah, I would be arguing too as her fans. That's what Travis Burns is saying. It's like, how are you not even measuring that for where the marker is? So, but I think the spot's a little short too. So Santa Claus says it's short. It must be short.
We must have been on the naughty list this year.
He's not giving us any presents, is he over here? So even
well, he did. I will say that South Warren's had way more penalties than we've had tonight.
Oh yeah. We can't say anything about the referees at all. A lot of this, but I would love to have that first down. I'm not going to lie. So now they're going to bring out the chains. Look at this.
I think as a coach, you can request a measurement at any time.
I thought it was worth a measurement. It may be 2 inches short, but I don't think you can just call that as the referee and know where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's every bit of what.
I'm pretty sure as a coach you can call for it any time, even if you're a yard short. You can call for a measurement.
What was that? 2, possibly 3 inches at most.
The
chains,
or 6 or 7.
But it wasn't.
I wish you guys could see these boys back here every time I say 6, 7. If you don't work in a school system, you may not get that. Just ask a child in your life what 6, 7 means, and they'll just start waving their arms like crazy.
Okay, now they got number 7 back in as quarterback, so 19 is out. Now this is the run threat and the short throws. 19 is more the deep pass. And here I get back.
He heard you talking.
Pass. Trying to get to number 1, but pretty good coverage by Toby right there. And
he heard you say that he couldn't throw it deep, and he was like, I'm going to show Murray right here.
Deep again. I guarantee you can't do it again.
Try it again, number 7. I dare you.
Guarantee you can't
throw it deep again.
All right, 2nd and 10. I guarantee number 7, you cannot throw it deep again, Camden Page.
Haven't seen number 2 in a little while. I don't know if they're just icing his ankles from scoring so many touchdowns or what. He's not out there right now.
Okay. May just have to save him, rest him up for next week.
There's that play again.
Talk about, and 2 blockers.
Cohen
out
was
to
there
outside.
this time at least. A lot better defense that time.
Cohen pretty much
he
fought
sniffed
through
it
this
out.
Guy. Yeah. And
He did-
Toby Wright up there again.
Cohen didn't end up making the tackle, but he made the play.
So I guarantee he can't throw it deep again. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 4.
Looks like 3rd and a long 4, almost 5.
So 28-0. Homestand fans are getting a little nervous.
All right, they still got the cowbells down there. I can hear them.
What we got now?
Timeout, South Warren.
.345 to go.
Good update. Caden Carrier's back in the game.
No way.
Yeah, he's down there right next to Coach Burns, right in the huddle.
Okay, so that's good news for our fans for sure. So number 14,
Must have just
Caden.
been a little stinger. Like I said, this turf don't feel good, and he fell pretty hard. So
Well, when he punched the turf, I was worried about him. 'Cause a
yeah,
lot of times
he was definitely in a lot of pain. Could have been a cramp too. It is kind of a humid night. I know it's not as hot as it gets in the summer, but a cramp will make you feel that way. Yeah, there he is, number 14.
Yep. Okay, that's the best news we could have.
That's
Is also
good.
we can keep everybody healthy going on forward to next week. Have you looked at next week's schedule yet?
No, I know you said South Laurel in a couple weeks.
In a couple weeks. So,
but I have not looked for next week. I will look.
We know it's on the road, so we'll have to pull that up and see if we started. It may be North Laurel. Usually North and South are back to back.
I was thinking we might have a night off. Yeah, we're off until October 10th.
Okay,
so
good
we gotta
deal.
buy.
Oh, missed tackle up there. So Toby Wright had him in the backfield, and Toby's been great all night long, but got away from him in a gain of, looks like about 24 yards.
I think that was York back in the game, number 2.
He heard you mention that.
And then
he
he's
had
right
to
back
call
on the
out.
sideline again.
Okay, 1st and 10 from the 21 after a huge gain on a little swing pass out to the outside or running play. So now we got a man in motion, number 3 coming back, and
That looks
inside
like a
run,
false
and
start
number
to me.
20. Good tackle by a bunch of Maroons up front, so a short gain.
Looked to me like the left guard got off to a little bit of a head start, but the refs didn't see it.
Second and 8. 2:59 left to go in the third quarter. Looks like this is definitely a running play, but I may be shocked if it's not. We got 2 guys in the backfield, each side of the quarterback. And sure enough, it's inside handoff and blown up right there.
Nice play. Is that Grizz?
Is that Grizz coming through?
Yeah,
Big
Grizz.
Grizz, 72.
He's made a
Breaking
couple
through.
nice plays tonight like that.
Grizz has
Got
played
the
a good game.
train whistle. Of course, his uncle was the coal train.
Yeah, the coal train. That's reminds me of the night train. Back when we used to
Coal
have
drawn.
The soul train. Yep. Third and 9 after that tackle, -1. Looks like he started a little soon that time. Boom! Grizz.
It's
I
fake,
thought
play
Grizz
fake.
had him.
Oh,
Oh,
nice
knocked it up in the air.
defense.
Yes.
Good pass break up
It's
there.
a good thing they didn't hand it off to him,
Winston
because
Ford. He had us fooled. I thought he handed it off
thought,
too.
I thought Grizz had him blown up.
Well, if he had handed it off, he would have.
So 4th and 9, they might as well go for it, right?
I was watching their place kicker kick earlier, and his range was about 20 yards. So I think they're probably going to go for it.
So this would be a 37-yarder.
Although their place kicker for kickoffs he's got a pretty good boot, but
they're going for it. So I would too here. There's no difference between the 20 and the 5-10 yard line down there, especially the way your defense is playing. So handoff, trying to break through all day to throw it. Nobody can come around, and throws it late and behind him.
good
stop by
defense
the
there. It
Maroons.
looks like we got a flag on the play, but I think it's an illegal forward pass. He seemed like he was flirting with that line. moving forward in the pocket there.
Okay, good stand by the Maroons, and that's a victory. So you got to count up even small victories.
Yep, illegal forward pass.
You might as well be a rule.
I'm telling you, outside of a couple of plays, the defense has been pretty good tonight.
You might as well be a rules analyst because you know everything. You get to see the play, anticipate it, know what it is, and
that's just years and years and years of
talking about
watching
your age now,
football. Saturday night, Sunday night.
No Saturday
Friday
day,
nights,
no Sunday day. It's just
all day Saturday,
night.
all day Sunday, Monday night.
Oh, many games under the belt. All right, Zach Anderson. I think I like him rolling out to the right, staying away from the line right here. If we can get a block on the outside edge, right there, 3. Push him up the inside. Now you got to throw it. He's going to come from behind, Zach.
You got time.
Oh, against his body. Against his body.
Woo, got lucky there.
That's
probably would have been better off just running that one, picking up a few yards.
That is so hard running to your right and throwing to your left. Now Cam
I think that for a lot, I think
for
for the most part though, coaches tell you not to do that.
Yeah.
That's what.
Throw it against your body.
Do not throw it against the grain of the play, against your body like that. But when you're down 28-0, sometimes you're just trying to make something happen. Yeah, I think if I'm Coach Burns, I think defensively we've been pretty good tonight. There's been 2 or 3 big plays that South Warren's busted on us, but the defense has held pretty good. Offensively, I think that's where I would have most of my ire.
Oh. Seems like every time we're throwing it, they've got really good safety help to come over, and there are almost 2 guys there when the ball's up in the air, and I don't know if they just don't respect his deep or what they've
I'm
got
not
going
sure
on.
what the play call was. We had 2 receivers about run into each other. It looked like the guy on the outside was trying to slant back into the inside while that ball was still in the air.
So we've got to dial something up here for 10, 11, 12 yards and move this chain, because if you go 3 and out with 0 yards and got to punt again, it's not, Brad, at this point in the game. Dropping back, and throwing high and
picked
intercepted.
off 55.
56.
Big man touchdown here.
Boom.
Well, that was the worst possible thing that could happen. Touchdown, Malik Butler.
34-0.
I would say they're going to go for 2 here.
And why would they go for 2?
I think is it 35 that's a running clock or 36? 30. Okay, so they just kick a field goal then. For some reason, I thought it was 36, or maybe it used to be and they changed it finally.
36 to me would be just like throwing salt in the wound. I mean, you know, because a lot of times that make a team get to 42. And it's up.
And he's got it, and that's going to be that'll be your running clock. Did it used to be 36? Anybody know? Running clock? I feel like it used to be, because I can remember teams going for 2. I remember PC going for 2 a couple times when we were up 34-0 back in the day. I could be totally wrong. Hopefully somebody out there listening can correct us.
Well, 35-0. Need to try to get something going on here. Right quick, we're going to thank a bunch of our sponsors, and late in the game, if you see, we got all kinds up here, Brad, but we got to thank Fraley, Lawn Care and Concrete, Eagle Realty, Cumberland Security Bank, First Southern Bank, Magic Monograms, Todd Steel Buildings, Citizens National Bank, Ruckles, Best Food in Somerset, United Cumberland Bank, Kentucky Farm Bureau, John Van Hook, Petrie Newcomb Orthodontics, if I can say it, and Somerset Printing and Signs. Thank you guys so much for supporting Maroon Sports Network. And we're still going to have a good season. We may have one bad night tonight, but trust me, the coaching staff will have us ready to go 2 weeks from tonight when we play South Laurel.
Again, we're not going to play anybody this level the rest of the regular season and most of the playoffs. So, looks like Winston's on the return.
When he gets tackled at the 11-yard line?
Yeah, going back to what I was saying earlier, defensively, I think we've been pretty solid tonight. A couple big plays. For the most part, we've made them earn any touchdown that they've got. You know, offensively, that's really been the struggle tonight. That's been the real difference between this game being 35-14 or 35-21 and being 35-0.
You know, and you talked about earlier about some of the drops that we've had. It's untelling how much that changes if you're able to put some drives on the field, able to keep the clock running, get some momentum with the guys. And, you know, I thought once we got that early turnover, I thought maybe tonight would be a night that we could compete with them, but it's just not happened. So those running lanes just have not been there for Kaysen tonight. So that play should bring it to the end of the third quarter at 35-0. I don't imagine we'll run another play here. I'd be shocked if we did, because it's not like you're going to fight back from this in a fourth quarter deficit. So fans.
Well, it's especially hard when the clock's running the whole time.
Oh yeah, it's be virtually impossible. So let's get ready to thank another few sponsors and come back for the fourth quarter.
Fraley Lawn Care, Concrete, and Landscaping. It's your one-stop shopping for all of your outdoor home care needs. Call us for sidewalks, driveways, pressure washing, edging, landscaping, and more. Be the envy of all of your neighbors. Call Fraley Lawn Care, Concrete, and Landscaping today at 687-7221. That's Fraley Lawn Care, Concrete, and Landscaping, 687-7221. Be the envy of all of your neighbors.
If you're looking for your next fundraiser, school merch, custom embroidery, or screen printing, choose Magic Monograms. Magic Monograms can customize hats, blankets, backpacks, and shirts for your business, fundraiser, or next event. Contact Magic Monograms today at 606-679-3535 or visit them at 110 Creek Terrace behind Cabana in Somerset.
All right, Brad, we're going to talk about a bunch of things here in the fourth quarter, but maybe not the game here in the fourth quarter. So what is Brad Woodcock's go-to music? Because I just heard Tom Petty, and I'm a big Tom Petty fan. But what's Brad Woodcock? Are you like 21 Pilots? Or are you like
21 Pilots? That's a blast from the past. I have a real eclectic music taste. I like 70s and 80s music.
Okay.
I like Tyler Childers, Jason Isbell, some kind of new age country. I don't really like the stuff they play on the radio that much.
Oh, here's a pass completion.
Nice catch there by Parker Burton.
So what did you think about Zach Bryan trying to climb the fence to whip your man, I guess? That's what I'm going to ask.
That wasn't any of my. Who was he? Who was he trying to?
Shoot, I'd have to remember, but that's
Gavin Adcock.
Gavin
Adcock. I don't listen to those guys.
Okay.
I used to like Zach Bryan a little bit, but now he seems kind of dramatic, so I don't really listen to much of what he has anymore.
Do you like Parker McCollum? Do you like Bailey Zimmerman? Do you like Dustin Lynch? Do you like?
No, not really.
Okay.
So, Tyler Childers.
How about
good.
Sturgill Simpson?
I love Sturgill Simpson. Love Sturgill Simpson. Long white line. Turtles all the way down.
That was a good
all
album.
around you.
Do you like my main man? I've been to his concerts twice. Whiskey Myers.
Whiskey Myers. He's all right. I don't know as much about him.
They would listen to some whiskey when you're out there.
One of the best concerts I ever went to, Tyler Childers played in Pikeville on New Year's Eve.
I'm going to tell you right now, if fans have it, Pikeville is probably the best place to watch a concert.
It is. It's such a long haul, but that arena is really set up well for a good concert.
Kaysen trying to get a little bit of room outside, still running hard. The best concert I've ever seen, by far, was Chris Stapleton at Pikeville.
Oh, I love Chris Stapleton
before he
too.
blew up, but his musical skills, playing the guitar and all the things that he does, because his voice is amazing, but he's a true artist. It's no
Was he still playing with the Steel Drivers, or was he just singing on his own?
Him and his wife.
Oh, okay.
Singing. And I forget who opened for him, but that was amazing. He'll never go back to Pikeville now. That was probably 4 or 5 years ago. So, what's the last concert? Have you and Melissa been to a concert together?
Oh yeah. I mean, we went to Tyler Childers. That was probably the last one that we've been to. We tried to go to MMF a couple years ago when the tornado came through.
Well, that's no excuse to
we've
miss
been
a concert.
Well, I mean, it was outside.
Right,
we were actually hiding in the tree line. It was us and actually the head coach for Hazard football, Matthew Chandler. You remember Abby Chandler? Taught here at PC for a couple years. We were all hiding in trees while the tornado came, and it blew out a lot of the sound equipment. They had to cancel the concert, and we had to go home.
Wow. I got to say, going deep's got him. I think got him.
Nice catch.
Good catch right here, number 35. So that's coming through, and that's Charlie Turner, freshman.
Reese Turner's son.
Freshman.
Yeah.
No way. That's little Reese.
Yeah, that's little Reese.
Reese Cup.
Little Reese Turner, yep.
Reese is teaching at Northern Middle School.
Right, yep.
Wow. He used to teach with us several years ago.
Did he?
Yeah, for a year or two.
Probably before my time there.
I think he did. Was it engineering?
Yeah, he's taught my son engineering at middle school.
Okay. Let loose the Reese Cup. Maybe that's what we've been needing the whole time right here. So 35.
I've got a couple freshmen I'll have to shout out later as we get through the game because they were
dropping deep, and the DB's going up.
Hit it again. Ooh, almost went right back to him.
Going back to the Reese Cup. Hey, it's good. One's good, two's better, right?
That's right.
You got to have two peanut butter cups.
That's the way they come in the packs anymore, right? You got two in each pack.
Yeah. What's your favorite candy bar?
Reese Cups.
Me too. So we got that in common.
I like the big Reese Cups. Though. I mean, the regular ones are fine.
You talking about the big
cups? The
big
cups.
You like the peanut butter.
I like the big cups.
You like the peanut butter.
And I like the specialty ones, the Halloween ones and the Easter ones.
Fresh.
Like they're different. They're different than the regular ones. I just think the peanut butter's better. Ooh, that was a dangerous pass.
Oh my gosh, he almost got.
I don't know how that didn't get picked.
He went to Reese Cup again. That was 3 straight passes.
Hey, maybe there's something working there.
Yeah. So 3rd and 10. I mean, he liked that first catch right there, so he went back to him 3 straight targets. I just like to see a score here for things. Well, now that you've got the new son, that's how.
Yep. He is 13 months.
13
which I know
months.
kind of gets obnoxious if you keep counting in months, but I still think it's easier than saying a year and a month.
When did he take his first steps?
He still has not he's not in any hurry to walk right now.
So
he has
any
too
day
many
now.
he has too many older siblings
Okay.
who love to just come and pick him up anytime he needs them. And he's got them all trained to pick him up exactly when he needs to.
Oh my gosh. Zach, I don't know what he saw right there, but that's to Reese Turner again.
That's
I mean,
4
Charlie
straight
Turner,
passes
4
to Charlie Turner.
But Charlie hadn't even turned around that time. It didn't turn around till the ball hit the floor. So now 4th and 10. So what can we do here?
No, Ben is he's climbing up on everything, climbing over as much stuff as he can, but just hasn't quite figured it. He hasn't got his sea legs yet.
If you could pick a sport or sports for Ben to play, what would you pick?
Well, he's going to play basketball, baseball, and golf. So I don't know if he knows that yet, but those are the 3 he's going to be playing.
Okay.
We've been rolling the basketball to him, trying to get him started bouncing it a little bit. So.
Well, now, fans, all we got to do is stay here for the clock to run out, and you can listen to me and Brad talk about whatever we want to talk about. What do you think Brandon Foister is doing right now in Louisville this very second?
Right now, Brandon Foister is pacing the hallways at the hotel, making sure that those kids are in by their curfew.
I think they only took 1 or 2 kids up there tonight.
That doesn't make him any less nervous.
Okay.
All right, he's going to be.
Did you
he's
know?
Gonna make sure.
Did
that
you
they're doing what
know
they're supposed to do?
That the world's #1 Coke lover in all of the United States of America that used to drink 10 or 12 a day has had to give up Coca-Cola, and now he's drinking Coke Zero, and he's lost 28 pounds in the last month.
It must be hard to be able to avoid those crisp, cold, icy
those little
McDonald's
bottles.
Cokes.
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, hey, that man used to drive an hour out of his way to sit in a McDonald's drive-thru so he could get an ice-cold Coke from McDonald's.
I think he needs to come on the air and relapse sometime or another. We need to have like a little cooler just full of ice and have the little mini bottles, the little 8-ounce ones. And
Yeah.
have them ice cold and just pop them open right here. That's what good friends would do for you.
That's right.
Yeah. Ready to go. So the BF up in Louisville tonight. So, and he's gone 2 weeks from tonight, so we've already secured you for the South Laurel game. And if you and I lose to South Laurel, we're breaking this tandem up. It's going to officially come to an end if we lose to South
If that
Laurel.
happens, we're bad luck.
Be
We're
you
bad
and
luck.
Forster or me and Forster or something, but we'll change it up. So we can't have Murray and Woodcock being bad luck for us. So 29 coming in. Looks like a little Brayshaw Tutton for Jacksonville coming up, but good tackle by the Maroons. A gain of maybe a half a yard. 4:35 to go. You and Melissa got any big plans for the weekend?
Well, actually, Melissa is going with the Girl Scouts up to Holiday World in Indiana. They're actually going to the theme park.
Your daughters are going?
So the daughters are going. I'm staying home.
All right, all right.
We've got
you and Ben?
Me and Ben and my oldest son, Brock, will be at the house
What
watching
grade's Brock
watching
in?
football. He is a sophomore at PC.
Wow.
So.
Okay.
He's on the academic team. Shout out Mr. Brotherton.
Brotherton is so funny. Jacob Morrow's here. He's a huge fan of Brotherton, but that's a cool cat, I got to say, about Brotherton.
Oh, yeah.
And if you've never watched an academic team match before, you need to go. I played an academic team a couple years in high school, and I know you think it's just for big nerds and all, but I do enjoy it, and it's cool to know if they can buzz in so quick and know those answers coming in there, and that's a lot of talent to come in through there.
Oh, yeah. They got a lot of good kids up there. We don't have anybody guarding this wide receiver over here.
That's what I'm looking at. Like, we just had 59 off the field, and
here comes Desire over
and
here.
I think they just let us move somebody over there, but if they snapped the ball, he was just gone. Like,
I'm not sure if they were even looking at him, but he was wide open there.
I think you and I could have made that touchdown pass if we'd been in that situation for things. But this is going to open some eyes in the state. I mean, this is going to move South Laurel on up, but Pulaski definitely is going to bring us down a hair or two, because Kentucky Sports Radio had us predicted to lose by 6 tonight. They thought it was going to be like 34-28.
Well, that's kind of what I thought coming into the night. Maybe it's that Will Adams being out, it's a bigger loss than we realized, or maybe South Warren's just that much better than we thought.
But, yeah, I mean, losing Will and Jet definitely hurts when you lose the two. You're losing a starter on offense and defense for things. But with that bye week coming up now and hopefully get us healthy, because really in the big scheme of things, this game doesn't mean anything at all. That game against South Laurel means everything, because that's the district.
That's when the season really starts, is a couple weeks from now whenever we play South Laurel here.
Okay, one thing about it now, I definitely would not have Zach Anderson in the game. 2:12 left. Throw one of our JV quarterbacks in there, and let's see maybe what they can do here with 2:12 to
number
go.
33, Will Hornsby, freshman. Trey Hornsby's younger brother.
You know, the Hornsby's been here forever, too, and we got to give a shout-out. That whole booster club, just like today, giving dinner out there, you got Julie Hornsby, you've got the Giffords, you've got, I got to remember who else is in there giving us food today, but they do an amazing job running that.
Got number 15, freshman Connor Lewis, splitting out wide. He's a freshman in
Dude,
my
I really love
class.
Connor Lewis. Connor Lewis may be short, but dude, at the middle school, he caught a lot of passes, and he's got speed.
Yeah,
so Connor's a player.
He's a pretty funny kid, too.
Is he? That I would probably run one more running play and just call this one.
Chase
Brad.
Crawford in at quarterback.
Well, one thing about it, we'll do a very short post game, because we don't have a whole lot to accentuate tonight, so we'll skip the player interviews and get ready to lick our wounds and get ready for 2 weeks from tonight. But
good news is we got 2 weeks to get healthy.
Don't give up on this team.
Oh, no. This team that we play tonight is a juggernaut, one of the best teams in the state by far.
Oh, dropped it. And having to pick it up and run outside, that should be the last play unless the play clock makes us run one more. So imagine if that would have been a scoop and score right there in the game.
That would be salt in the wound.
Yeah.
That would be salt in the wound for sure.
Well, how's your fantasy teams doing?
You know what?
Mine are struggling.
So far, I'm 3-0 in
gosh.
one league and 2-1 in another league. So
Okay.
in our league at school, I'm 2-1. But
yeah, you're with me. You're with me. We're both 2-1.
3-0, feeling pretty good. Will Hornsby on the carry there.
And that should be the last play of the game to wrap this one up. So right now, shout out Benny Blanton is kicking her butt. He's 3-0, but you and I are right there. We're 2-1.
He just got back to Pulaski County High School, and he's going to show us up in fantasy football like that.
He is the AD, so we do expect higher things out of him.
He knows sports. We know that.
Well, Brad, so much thank you for coming on the air tonight with me.
Thank you for having me.
2 weeks from the night, let's do it again, but we're going to have a different result.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, fans, thank you for tuning in, and we're making this short and sweet, and we'll see you 2 weeks from the night against South Laurel and Johnny Hines. Stay tuned, and what about stay tuned?